And I think we're live.
Cool.
Yeah, we're live. Oh, I gotta share this to my Discords real quick.
Send it out.
It completely slipped my mind, of course.
Get the word out.
Yeah, get the word
Wait,
out.
hold on.
Get it
If
your socials.
I'm doing this on my phone. If I were to leave the browser, would I leave the entire thing, or will it stay up? Because I've never used this.
I'm not too sure that you're basically on all the same servers that I'm on, so it doesn't really matter. Hold on one second. So I don't even think we have it. Oh, we have one viewer so far. Woo! Or no, that's me. Shit.
Yay! Wait.
What's up,
Small little victories. Oh no, and they left.
Oh,
Of course, because they didn't get acknowledged.
We take those wins.
Yeah, we take those little wins and then boom, gone. I'm just sharing this out. But for the recording, though, just saying. Come on. I'll wait till I send everything out before I do the recording stuff. Or the intro, as we say in the business, as we like to call it sometimes.
Yeah. It's all good.
But yeah, while I'm doing this, I just want to apologize real quick that to the viewers that I had to stay late at work. That there's a situation going on that they needed me to help out. It was basically a staffing issue. So yeah, staffing issues are real nowadays.
Oh yeah, it happens.
Yeah, I believe it.
It happens.
Halfway there with sending stuff out.
Sick.
And I told everyone, hey, show up.
Yeah.
And no one shows up yet. But, I mean, we'll give them time.
It's a Monday.
It is a Monday, unfortunately.
Don't you cuss at me like that.
I'm sorry?
Don't you cuss at me like that.
I read the rules.
Yeah, you read the rules and you're supposed to show up on time, and then none of the viewers show up. Boom, I'll just throw you in there. Screw it. And I can't get the link till I start the live stream, so it's like a catch-22 at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You need to hire an intern. You need to get somebody, in the background pulling some strings.
College kid.
If I have
don't pay 'em.
money.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's the beauty of interns. You don't pay them.
That's true. And it's somehow legal. That's the beauty of it.
I know. Yeah, I was going to do an unpaid internship with a certain state police.
Yeah.
And then I saw how much they were paying me. It was like $0.00. I'm like, nope.
I'm good, thanks.
Yeah, so we do have one viewer. We're just sending out some invites right now. Or not invites, messages on Discord. So we'll get the stream rolling in a little bit. It's just a matter of making sure I put in the right channels so the admins don't sick their admins on me or sick the other guys on me.
Oh yeah. Don't want them throwing their power around.
Yeah, and I get banned and then I can't share my content to all the people that watch my content. So yeah, so I think that's just about good.
Cool.
So I sent everything out and we got one viewer so far, so that's great. All right. Hey guys, Frank Dad here once again. We're doing the like we did last year, the Aftershow for the Rev series. So let me move my camera down a little bit. There we go. So we're going to cover a couple things like what was good about the event, what wasn't, best moments and everything. But I would like to introduce my motley crew of people. What I like to do every year is get at least one first-timer, one experienced person, and one faction leader. This year, I also wanted to include another content creator as well, just to vary some things up, because I create content, but I want to see how they create content. Yeah. So anyway, as you all know, I'm Frank Dad, and we'll just keep going up. We'll keep going down the line. So, Nick, if you want to introduce yourself?
All right. So, hello, everybody. I am Nick, and This was my second Revelations. My first was Rev 11, which was a lot of fun. But
Mhm.
beyond that, I am also, like Frank Dad said, I am also a content creator under the under the name of Airsoft Bros. I make, as the name suggests, I make a lot of different airsoft content on YouTube. I filmed both Rev 11 and Rev 12. Both series are up. You guys can go watch that if you want after this. I also have an
Go
Insta.
watch it. It's a good. It's a good
It is
series.
pretty good. I took a lot of time to make, and it was a lot of fun to make too. Yeah, I make a lot of different airsoft content, gameplay, reviews, stuff like that. And occasionally I'll hop on Instagram and post some random stuff about stuff I'm doing, like this live stream. So
And how are these people going to find you? That if you're creating all this content?
my YouTube channel is Airsoft Bros. My Instagram is official Airsoft Bros with some underscores in between each. And I also have a Discord server, which I don't think I can link here, but
Maybe it could be in the YouTube video.
I might be able to do some magic. Give me a second. Or actually, I can just I should pull up the comments on my phone real quick. Or shoot, I can't. Shoot, I don't know what we can do for that. Shoot. Well, just say what your server is. I'll post it in the comments or pin it as a comment after the live stream.
it is the I guess the I just called it the official Airsoft Bros Discord server. But yeah, I'm down there occasionally. I make announcements on what videos I'm doing, different like announcements, and we just go down there and talk about airsoft, talk about stuff that goes on in our day-to-day lives, and just have a little bit of fun. And it is a lot of fun.
Sweet.
Sounds good. That I'm not a part of the Discord yet, but I'm probably going to after this podcast or after this live stream, and you should too, the viewer.
You viewers, talking to you.
Yeah, we have 3 viewers right now.
Hey, 3 viewers. Hey,
Sweet.
So anyway, yeah,
my turn
for sure. Going definitely join that Discord. Next, we got Bell. He is a Minuteman lieutenant that we didn't get Carter on here because we only can do 5 people with Restream without having to like pay out the rear end for it.
All the love to Carter though. That man puts in a lot of work. This year, he was hit with the plague for sure, and
Yep.
and it was like just drink some water and chill. Yeah. Anyway, my name is Evan, but in the events, I go as Bell, one of the Minutemen folks. People who knew me from the event might have noticed I'm the dude who had the big flag on the arm and stuff, and I was doing a lot of the quest line work. If you got a armband, you probably, or one of these guys probably got it from me or one of our buddies. Yeah, this was the second year that I went to Rev. Yeah, my first one was 11, I guess, or whichever one was before this last one.
Yeah, 11.
11. Yeah. I don't know. I'm a big old nerd. Airsoft stuff. I don't really do stuff other than Rev stuff, and I'm looking to kind of grow my menu of kind of more role play and nerdy immersive games. I don't have any socials right now to kick out right now, but I am kind of thinking about starting something that is almost like a travel channel for these type of events because I've really been enjoying them, and I've met a lot of great people. All of y'all, Nick. I don't think I met you at the event, but I'm sure.
We talked a very tiny bit on day one when there was that whole firefight that everyone's like, "Oh, it's a faction on faction war." It was like, no, it's like a couple of people shooting. Yeah, I was there.
Yeah. Okay, sick. Yeah, I mean, it was funny. We'll get into day 1, day 2.
Yeah.
I lost my voice that first day from how many people I was talking to. So yeah, yeah, don't really have any socials to put out right now, but happy to be here and yeah, excited to talk about this event.
All right, sounds good. Yeah, that Bell. Once you do get socials, let me know.
For sure.
I'll definitely either add it to the pin comment for next Discord, or I'm gonna throw it in the description or something.
Sweet. Yeah.
Next, we got our role player from the event. That last year we had Skittles on the podcast live stream. This year we got Ingwer, who was the Man role player, who was also running a Toys for Tots drive. So, Ingwer, would you like to introduce yourself?
Hey there, everyone. It's Provisioner Ingwer with the Minutemen. This is going into my second year role playing for Rev FC. We've got another donation drive lined up for it.
What is the donation drive for FC?
It's going to be the Wes Strong Foundation. They do kind of a Toys for Tots thing in the winter, and they do wildlife rescue. So that's what we're going with for FC. They've got a list of goodies that they want for birds, reptiles, cats, dogs, what have you.
Awesome.
And is that information on the Ballahack Insta, or will it be on the Ballahack Insta?
I'm trying to get it on the Insta. It's currently in the Discord and on the Facebook page. I'm also trying to get it added to the main Ballahack page.
Mm-hmm.
But I'll be pushing it out every Friday up until Rev.
Love it.
Okay. Or Rev FC, was it 8 or 9 now?
It's 8.
8, Rev FC 8. So that if you are planning on going to Rev FC, which is April what? It's after Easter, right?
23rd.
Oh, 21st.
22nd, 23rd.
That's coming up.
22nd, 23rd. If you're planning on going to Rev FC 8, April 22nd, 23rd, make sure you donate to the West or to the Minuteman for the West Foundation. Definitely great cause. And are you doing a raffle again as well?
Yes, there'll be another raffle at the end of day 2.
Awesome. So that you're gonna help someone out, and hey, you might get a really cool gun. That what did you raffle that last gun? That was all done up.
Oh, it was who was it, Bell, that gave me that AK?
That was me. I made that.
Yeah. That Rev K was pretty cool.
Yeah. The aluminum can front grip stuff. Yeah, it was a project.
So definitely, yeah, it's worth donating. It's worth helping out the community, because even outside the game that we can help out. And then the last person I want to bring up, it's our first timer. He's on Instagram. He has awesome kits. That day 1 he was running a Brotherhood of Steel kit. Day 2 he was running an NCR kit. Absolute, just awesome kit. I cannot complain. We got Casey-Sama, is that correct? Oh, I hype him up and he's not talking.
I thought I heard him a little bit ago.
Casey, I saw a sign of life. Casey, are you there? I think his mic is messed up.
Oh, ew.
Hey,
there we go. We got you.
Hey, there we go.
A little bit of a rad storm.
Yeah, exactly. That was an introduction. That was sick.
Nice.
Yeah.
Hello?
Looks like his connection's a little bad. Can you? We cannot hear him. It just sounds like all static. Okay, so I know my headset, it's a little weird. It's really low. I can barely hear you guys because I have to route through my Blue Yeti for whatever reason. Can you guys hear him at all?
Oh, no, I'm only getting static on my end.
I'm only getting static. Are you able? Yeah, tornado. Yeah, were there a load of tornadoes last night?
Did you really?
Or no. It was 2 nights ago. That Jersey had 4 tornadoes, and there were a bunch of tornadoes in the Midwest.
Yikes.
But
Can y'all hear me?
well, yeah. Hopefully, we're not having a tornado right now.
I think I heard him.
You hear me?
Yeah.
Sir.
I can hear
I
you.
hear you now.
Yeah, sorry, my headset broke.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh
I'm
no.
glad a tornado wasn't going through your house. That
Yeah.
Yeah, nah. Yeah, no, I'm from the east. Yeah. Thank you for the hype. I'm Casey. I went to Revelations in December 22 to Crescent. It was awesome. Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah, and like
Short, sweet, and to the point.
that. Fair enough. I know that you have a lot of cool kits. That how long did it take you to put that Brotherhood of Steel kit together?
So that's kind of a two-parter question. Making this is not necessarily the hard part. It's not even really the long part. It's making sure everything fits that takes the longest.
Yeah.
So probably on a lot of these projects is about 3 to 4 hours when it comes to getting like, the big armor pieces stuff together. That's only because I've worked out so many templates to get things exactly right. But even then, still fit and finish is still like 5-6 hours tops.
Sure.
Yeah, that's a lot of dedication. Like my kit,
you're wearing it all day too.
Yeah, you're wearing it all day. That my kit, I literally went down to a local thrift store, got a really raggedy sweatshirt, bought some pants off Amazon that I really like, and then it took me forever going around Army Navy stores to find my harness setup. But I eventually got it all together. But
My my day one kit was just like 30 minutes of perusing on Amazon to looking for something that looks kind of cool.
But
That's all it was.
But that's such a great part of the events. I feel like you no matter if you go super hard and put the creativity and like get into like big fits and setups, but like you can also like if you're a newer player or whatever, like you can still fit this setting and still have a good time. And it's I appreciate it about that.
Yeah, absolutely. Casey, do you have any socials you want to plug?
I just have an Instagram. I also have a Discord server, but nah. But on Instagram, it is Sama SA89. That's just my Instagram. That's it.
Sweet.
Yeah, that definitely go follow Casey it's Casey dash Sama SAMA 89, right?
I think there's no dash. Let me double check.
I would double check, but definitely you could probably access the chat. I would say drop your Instagram in the chat, and definitely go follow him. He has awesome cosplays. For like, take inspiration seriously. And if you make kits specifically for Rev, it's just gonna make the atmosphere a lot better. So definitely follow him for inspiration.
I was very last minute when we were about to join in tonight. I was like, do I need to put on the full kit? I was like thinking about that. And I'm glad I did because I was like about to show up.
No, because none of us are wearing full kit.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll just put in here. There's no dash.
Well, cool.
Yeah, so Sam McCasey89, definitely go give him a follow. So I can't close the private chat thing for whatever reason. That's great. So anyway, before we get too deep into the podcast, that I do have to shout out some sponsors that help me with my airsoft addiction. Keep the lights on. That one of them for sure is Jackal Tactical. And by extension, of the World Mill Sim, Jackal Tactical has 2 stores, one in Lebanon, PA at 729 Walnut Street, and one at 91 Hilltop Drive at Ambush Airsoft in Conestoga, Pennsylvania. They have everything you need from rifles to pistols. They have a load of camos now. They got a bunch of attachments, gear, and we just recently redid the shop. So there's a lot more stuff. And also stay tuned to their Instagram. That there's probably going to be a lot of exciting announcements in the future that I've been helping with. And then also Otherworld Milsim. You can see I'm repping one of their shirts from last year's event, Downfall 8. That's held at EMR. They're running an event, Downfall 9 at EMR as well. That's May 5th and 6th. And then they're also running Operation Draco. That's at the Government Training Institute, GTI. I did screw up his name. It's 89. Sorry. GTI. That's in South Carolina, right just above Georgia. That's going to be June 9th and 10th, or June 9th going into the 10th. And there's also going to be a JTF Friday style mission Friday night. So definitely go check that out. Tickets should be open soon. Squad reservations should be open now. You got to reserve a squad in order to do everything with the tickets. Then at EMR in August, late August, is Night Sky, which is another traditional milsim. And then October 21st at Ambush, Wishwell, which is a awesome LARP event. It's not like Z at Ballahack. It's more of like Rev, but with factions. So definitely go check that out. Tickets will be made available. I don't know when. I'll have to talk to Paul, who is the organizer, and see when tickets are going to get all set up. But definitely go follow their Instagrams. Otherworld Milsim Productions. The other one got hacked. And Jackal Tactical Airsoft. And my second sponsor, we've had them sponsor, or they've been sponsoring me for about a year and change, is Blue Mag Airsoft. Great quality BBs at reasonable prices. Check your local retailer for Blue Mag Airsoft. They have a website. It's just bluemagairsoft.com. The more you buy, the more you save, basically. And they're also bringing some stuff, or they're making innovations in the sport as well. So I know they're doing pouches and stuff like that, which is really cool. So definitely go check them out. All right, so we got the sponsors out of the way. Woo. Now, so I have to ask everyone, how was the event for you? Like, did you like Rev 12? Did you hate Rev 12? How'd you like it?
It was
we just went down the
absolute
line.
blast.
Absolute blast, Bell?
Yeah, it was awesome.
Oh, wait. I don't know who that was, because I know Ingwer doesn't have his camera on. You have your camera on. I don't really know your voice that well.
I had a great time. It was a little different than my first year, but I had a lot of fun. It was fun to kind of help try to organize a kind of a faction of people. It was a different side of being at an event like that, but I had a good time. It was really good to see everybody that I met first year,
Yeah, that was awesome to come back and say, hey, I remember you, or hey, you owe me a favor.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, that's great to cash in on some favors, which I did, and we'll get into that later. Ingwer, how'd you like it as a role player?
I had a good time. The community managed to surprise me yet again with the number of toys that they donated. I think we dropped 537 toys off at the Marines.
Awesome. I'm glad that everyone came together and did that for some kids in need. So
yeah,
go team. And then KC, you were probably the most dressed up, or one of the most dressed up out of all of us. How was it for you?
Oh, it was phenomenal. I can't disagree with any of these guys. The weather, of course, is one thing you can't control, but yeah. One thing I can really say is don't wear spandex. Getting shot in spandex sucks. That was the one mistake that I made doing my Brotherhood of Steel kit. But it was awesome, though. People actually had good trigger control, really didn't mag dump me. There was a couple of people, but that's any airsoft event. You have people they're like, oh, yes, I finally get to shoot somebody. Brrr.
Yeah,
pretty much.
And when it's an event that's like, so kind of open ended, where it's just like, you know, if you have or if you're telling yourself a reason why you want to do that, or you think you can get away with it, there's not much stopping you. So it's
Yeah.
Yeah. How I like the event, I think day 12 or not day 12.
Day 12. That's a long event, dude.
Day 12. I wish there were 12 days of Rev. Maybe Airsoft Santa can do like a song or something. 12 days of Rev.
Yeah,
we do have them in the chat. L3, yeah. No, 3L just Jeff. Yeah, do a like 12 days of Rev song. That would be pretty funny.
I think somebody did in the Discord last year.
No, they
I can
did a
find
night
it.
before Rev, like the night before.
That's
Rev.
what it was. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So yeah, maybe he could do that on his YouTube channel.
And this is the guy who like dressed up as Santa, right? In the full.
Yeah.
Yes, and gave people gifts.
What a king!
Yep.
What a king!
He was an absolute G.
He made a really cool laser pistol for me.
Oh,
Speaking of gifts,
really?
I have one in front of me. He gave me this 3D printed like Tonto knife, and it's extremely cool. It's really cool. I opened a mystery box with it like a couple months ago, I want to say, but it's. Thank you, Jeff. This thing is awesome. I love it. He also made a.
I got a rock.
I got her. He also made a phone stand here. So my Discord name is Revan, and he made a Revan. Yeah, and he made a little
Darth Revan.
phone stand, which I'm currently using, which is awesome.
Spreading the love. That's awesome.
Yeah, that he gave me a piece of coal. I wasn't that nice day too. But he also gave me a stocking full of candy, which I did show in the last chapter of the Rev series. That would have been chapter 8 as like a flashback.
Oh yeah.
And then I used that candy to get an achievement coin. I'm sorry.
Very cool.
I kind of had to in the moment, but yeah, that day one I thought was a little cluttered. But day one's always kind of slow though, because it's like new players trying to figure out how to work Rev, and then day two is just crazy, or it gets crazy.
It was kind of a complicated day one, from what I heard people.
It really was.
It was like you needed.
Yeah.
One
you
generic
need like two items to get one person in. Oh,
Yep.
Sorry, Ingber?
Yeah, you had to have like one generic item and then one specialty item. So it was.
And even then, the generic item wasn't all that generic. Like there were like authentic syringes and fake syringes.
Counterfeit.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the difference was the fake ones were pens and the real ones were highlighters. I'm not entirely sure. I think that was the difference. I'm pretty sure that was the difference.
Because I think we used the pin syringes a few years back as stim packs.
Mm.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that it was a little too chaotic, and also like everyone had pens or everyone had syringes, and no one had the specialty items except for me.
Except for you.
I wound up getting a key to the vault in the town, and then I got stolen.
Oh.
But
So that's the way we rev, man. You know.
that's Rev. I got in-game stolen, which I'm not mad about.
Yeah.
But yeah, I thought day one was a little crazy. Cluttered. Day two was a little better, but still a lot of people that I think they are capping the game at some level, which is going to be great to preserve the quality of the game.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I'm really looking forward to that.
Yeah, it seemed like things got cleaned up quite a bit on day two. Day one I wasn't really doing much. Early the whole event I really wasn't doing too much, like trying to secure victory or even tokens. Like just kind of doing the Minuteman thing, kind of by the cannibal village the whole time. But it was just kind of hearing from other people like, "Hey, do you know what's going on?" I'm like, "Man, I'm here to give a speech and give you a quest and an armband." Like, yeah.
Well, and just saying, speaking of cannibal, I feel so sorry they Feral Crescent you guys again.
The what?
Okay, so Feral Crescent, or it would be 7. Feral Crescent 7. Basically, they kicked Carter and all the Minutemen out of the Campbell Village because they're doing a story thing inside the Campbell Village.
Yeah.
And they did the exact same thing again.
Yeah, I mean, we were whenever we were first kind of setting it up. I mean, I don't know how much you want to stay on the docket if we're getting too off track, but like,
Oh wait, hold on.
we were kind of just like making sure to be ready for things like that to come up, and we did a pretty good job. Like, we spoke with them right when the event started because they're not going to tell us before things happen, and we ended up kind of being out of the way, and it worked out just fine. I think people had fun regardless, and met a lot of really really cool people. And yeah, if you were at the event and hung out with us or tried to be the good guys of the event, thanks for doing what you're doing.
Thanks for supporting the good people in the Wastes, or something like that.
And like, that and like a double shout out to Ingwer here. Like the charity thing is just super solid, and it just added such a cool side of the event, not just the faction, but just like a whole other side of the event that was super super cool. And hats off to you, man.
Appreciate it.
For sure.
Absolutely. Before we go any further with that, I just want to read off some of the comments. I just don't want to like. I don't want people to think that I'm just like ignoring everyone that's in the comments or that are commenting and watching the live stream. Thank you again. So I see Big Draco Airsoft saying "What's up" and "Yoi" or something like that. Bravo Wolf Airsoft saying "Yo yo
we
yo."
got the. That's nice.
Yeah, I threw it up there. I saw that, and I'm like, yeah, I gotta throw this up here as soon as possible. Squirrely Nuts Airsoft saying, how's it, everyone? I think we all said it was good. I already said 3L Just Jeff is in the chat. Being a G like he always is. What else we got? We got
Hey, my brother's in here.
Big Draco?
No, Adam. Hi, Adam. How's it going?
Adam.
What's up, Adam?
We got. Come on! I just lost his comment. Shoot. I see WNY Airsoft running DSO, or DSO is running Pats for Draco when I was talking about our sponsored section. So yeah, I can't wait to see him or shoot him at Draco. I don't know what's going to happen. I'm running Bad Influence for the event. Oh wow, we got to catch up on a lot of comments. Brother Wolf was running as a policeman from King County, or a sheriff from King County. Then what else? 3L Jeff using Blue Mag. Oh wow.
All sorts of friends.
Adam. Next time we get an AK, you'll do that one.
3L Just Jeff saying he's working on a crazy pipe rifle, so I'll love to see that in game. I'm working on something special. It all depends on when it arrives and when I can get stuff 3D printed for it. Sweet. I may use that, but I can tell you though. Shoot, I gotta grab it. Yeah, I can tell you though, next Rev, we are going to be having, the second annual meeting of the M1 Carbines.
Hey.
So if you are going to Rev, if you have an M1 Carbine, just show up.
You know, there might have some bad news, Frank. I might not bring mine this year because I have.
You gotta do it.
I have my fancy rail rifle now. I got my big old lever action weird blunderbuss with wire sticking out of it.
But why would you bring that? Or why would you bring that if you can bring your M1 Carbine with? This is a prototype. This is from Tap Airsoft. This is a mag adapter to MP5 HPA. So I'm working with Amped on the, or not Amped, Tap Airsoft on this. So I hope to get this up and running by Rev. If not, I'll just run what I did last year, or I'll run my one of my other secret projects.
Oh,
I'm thinking about putting BBs in my mouth and having a straw this year.
That's no, they'll ban it. It's too OP.
that's
Well, yeah,
meta.
sweet. How was your day one, Frank? Like on when you were doing your own thing? I guess it's documented, but
It's documented in my Rev series. Like I was saying, though, it was a little chaotic because how like you had to get everything and no one knew what went to what, and swamping the briefing didn't help. He didn't say anything, so that's why everyone was like running around like chickens without their heads. And then they didn't have stim packs, and then that turned into an entire debacle as well.
Yeah. It felt like an apocalypse. It's all about immersion, dude.
It did. I'm just going to finish up with the comments real quick, or get caught up on the comments, and then we'll move to the next section. Because we didn't have this last year. We didn't have 8 people watching. We had like no people watching. 3 Just Jeff saying, I love both the Frank Dad and Airsoft Bros Rev series. Definitely watch them. If you're not watching them, I don't know what you're doing here. Bravo Wolf said he was an MP at the Cannibal Village. So I guess he was running Man with you?
Yeah, I mean, there were so many people. I would need to see a face and go, oh yeah, I probably know you.
I think he was wearing like some sort of fireman helmet.
Oh yeah. Okay, no, I know who that is. Yeah.
Mhm.
What's up, dude?
Yeah. He's an awesome guy. And then Chrono will be a little rough with like just blowing BBs out, but I will say Chrono day 1, oh my god. Like they held up the entire first part of the game, for the start of the game, because Chrono was almost to town.
Oh,
See,
just like the line.
That's why.
yeah.
That's why you do it the day before, like I did.
Yep.
Yes.
I did that too, but I was getting rushed by the refs and I set my reg wrong, and my gun wasn't working that well.
Ooh.
See, I have to.
So, yeah,
I have
it was
to
a little-
fly to Rev. So I the day before is a little tricky for me.
Yeah, I would say get there earlier.
Yeah, I'll do my best. I do like Virginia though. I always enjoy being over there.
Yeah, I like going down there too. It's always a lot warmer than where I am in PA.
Ooh.
Oh yeah.
All right, so moving on, since we're all caught up on comments, did you get any victory items? Did anyone get any victory items? We kind of covered that a little bit, but just to refresh, day 1, I got everything I got stolen, but we didn't talk about you, or you, Nick.
Yeah.
What happened with you?
So I ended up getting my I got both my syringe and my key in one go. And that go was a really personalized Candyman trade. It was a declaration of independence because he likes Nicolas Cage, and I put I drew a pickle with Nicolas Cage's face on the back.
Nicolas Cage.
Or
Pickles.
or I'm Pickle Nick. and I as like an extra like Easter egg, I put like a bunch of different Discord and YouTube like references in like invisible ink on the back that you can see with black light. And
Nice.
he has it somewhere. I don't know where he put it, but I know he has it and he wants to display it.
You got that high level barter skill, dude.
Yeah.
So what's funny is Rev 11, my trade item was also based on a reference in his like he did a live stream like the Thursday before, and someone brought up bringing pickle juice for his wife to drink, who hates pickle juice, but people were doing it. So like, hey, if we bring pickle juice, will you drink it? And Candy goes, it's like, well, how are you gonna bring it? Like in a Ziploc bag? On the way there, we stop at a drug mart, get a jar of pickles and Ziploc bags just for that bit, and it was hilarious. I got a gold cap out of it, and then I also traded a limited edition white hater for the little bunker chip.
Nice.
So
Oh, that was last year.
yeah, this was last year.
No, that was 11.
This was Rev 11, and ever since then, I've just like Candy has been my go-to. Not only because like he's a really cool person to just kind of talk to, and he's just a really awesome dude, but I guess I kind of have a bit of leverage with the being in his Discord for so long, watching him on YouTube for so long. I have all of these different like references just kind of in my head, and like things I can just use to make each trade item more personalized. I am planning something for Rev Omega, which is Rev 13. However, it's complicated because I have no idea if I'm going to be able to go to that one because life gets in the way. So yeah, it's a shame, but I have an idea that I think will work. I'm not going to say anything about it because it's still kind of I'm still trying to figure out what. Yeah, it's in the works, but I have I think a semi-solid plan on how to get it to work if I end up not being able to go. But we'll just have to see. I mean, it is what 9 months away, so we'll just have to wait. We'll just have to see. 8 months, 9 months.
It keeps getting closer.
Yeah, it comes up quick.
It
I'm
just
always like,
creeps up on you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can make it an
What
FC.
about you, Bell? Oh, sorry.
You gonna make it an FC, Nick?
I don't know. When is Fertile Crescent? That's in May, right?
No, it's
End of this
April.
month.
They moved it back, so like no one gets heat stroke again.
Makes it 23.
Oh, I would love to be able to make it to Fertile, but again, that I have no idea. Most likely no.
Well, there's always Winter Rev.
Oh yeah, I did. I made
What?
the Sorry, I have the YouTube stream up on like a laptop right next to me, but there
That's
it is.
right.
I made it on the C7 Christmas card, which was amazing. Like it took me a minute to see my face on what it was on. I saw everybody else, but oh my god, I think it was Jeff pointed out to me. It's like, hey, you're in it, and I'm like, oh wait, I am. I had to take a little. I had to look a bit closer. I'm like, oh yeah, there I am, which is absolutely unreal. Like the first time I had met him was at Rev 11, and just being in his Discord and talking with him, like it's just insane to think that I've made so many friendships because of the Rev events and because of Discord, both C7 and the Ballahack Discord. Like it's mind-boggling.
It's insane.
It is absolutely insane.
It's a solid community for sure.
Absolutely.
And it's a really tight-knit community too. Bell, did you get any victory items?
So no.
At all?
I was kind of doing the quest giver thing, like I said, day 1. Day 2, are we thinking about doing like a day 1, day 2, or should I talk about day 2 now? Is that cool?
You can talk about day 2. Like I was going to like split it up into different categories. I'm like, hey, like what did you do?
For sure.
Like day 1 to day 2. But I mean, like we could just say, did you get any victory items and go from there.
I did not personally, but I ended up getting a one of the armbands, one of the armbands to get into the domes, right? And I don't know if any of y'all are familiar with Hammer and his sidekick Lightning. The Minutemen folks, they got sick get-ups this year. They turned it out awesome, and Lightning had never won before. So end of day 2, after I secured that, I kind of going back to Rev 11, it was my first year, and the Minutemen at that time actually secured me a victory. Like my first event, like, hey, you getting the cool fancy coin. So
same here.
Yeah, it was super, super cool of them. So it was definitely one of my goals this year to like kind of pay that forward of like, like this event super, super special. Like I said, this community super solid. And like it's cool to let people who haven't had a victory yet to just like, here, I got this secured for you. And those two were like rolling with us the whole time. So yeah, I technically got a victory item, but I didn't get the victory. I gave it to Lightning. I got a whole lot of different fun trinkets though. I got the sweet little Minutemen, the coins that you made. So I got that. The Minutemen, ourselves, the people who like ran with us the whole time, we made our own little victory poker chip.
Poker
bag.
chip.
Super
Oh,
neat.
sick.
Yeah,
I have one. Yeah, here it is.
Everyone's
I have
busting
one.
out. Yeah.
It's a cool kids club.
I think as far as quests, I talked to the radio and he was like, "Hey, you talk to me." He was like, "Sweet, I'll take it." So, no victory items for me, but I got someone else in, which felt good.
Just pointing that out. Where do I have it? Did I put it back? Oh no, here it is. So I have my stuff from last year.
Mm-hmm.
I just wanted to point this out. Come on. Here are the here's the coin from, or not the coin, the achievement coin from last year or from 2 years ago. Try not to get that much glare.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a lot of glare. But you can see how big it is.
Yeah, the newer ones are smaller.
This is the achievement
Yeah,
coin
the newer
for
ones
this
were a
year.
lot smaller.
Yeah, the newer ones were a lot smaller.
Don't they glow in the dark too? I can't remember.
Both of them do glow in the dark.
Okay.
So I just wanted to point that out because that was one glaring thing to me.
It's compact.
Ingwer, now I know you didn't get any victory items, and I know you didn't win because you were a role player. But did you have any victory items? Period, or no?
I did. I
Like,
had
to get out?
I think on day one I had a handful of syringes and then one of each unique item. And then day two, I think I had two of each. And
Okay.
I definitely made people jump through hoops to get them.
Like how so?
Well, anyone that came in asking for them, I told them I want three things from you: an act of charity, an act of kindness, and an act that betters humanity. And it was up to the players to figure out how to best achieve those three things.
Fair enough. Yeah, that's a lot more straightforward than it was weird. So the guy who was building the fence around the town, people were referring to him as the mayor, but he was the mayor at the Wilds, Mayor Jelly.
Mm-hmm.
And he started the cult up at Campbell Village, and he said, "I need a sample." And he didn't say anything else, so we went around, collected all these samples, and it was like, "Nope, that's not what I'm talking about. It's an actual item you gotta buy from a vendor." And we're like, but,
Wait! I think I know what it was.
To be that petty and vague.
it was like a little vial that had like something, like two letters and a number.
Oh,
two
okay. I'm
letters and
thinking
a
of something
number.
different. Okay.
You gotta love those post-rev realizations where you're like,
Yeah.
The hindsight.
Yeah.
KC, did you get any victory items?
Not from this rep. I got one at last year's Fertile Crescent. But
Okay.
yeah, I never even got to see any of the items required. And I was hunting real hard day one, but then I'm just like, you know what? There's like 1,000 people here. I'm gonna go find me a faction to go hang out with, and then I stumbled across the Minutemen. So it's like, I'm not gonna try and compete with 1,000 people. Not when they were complaining about, oh no, we might be under equipped for this.
Yeah. We were.
Yeah, that you gotta go. Oh, sorry.
Oh, I was just saying we were killing it. Casey was rocking with us, and we appreciate all the homies.
Yeah, you gotta go at it. Like day one, boom, you gotta go right out of the gate if you want to win.
Candyman was the first place I went. Both events.
And his line was packed in like the first 10 minutes or 5 minutes.
Absolutely,
like 3 minutes.
I heard it was easily a 3-hour wait.
Oh,
yeah, it was insane. Like
it was really long.
I somehow got. Oh, I'm sorry.
No, I was just saying it was long.
I somehow got into the line in a fluke, and then shout out to Nick that saved my spot after I shot the guy trying to shoot a bunch of people in line.
I remember that.
Shout out to his crew. And that allowed me to get a victory item. Great segue. So apparently in 1889 in the town of Ballahack, there was a railroad, and they finally finished a railroad, and I don't have it with me, but the SHOT team Metal Bauern in Dusseldorf, Germany, sent over a golden railroad spike to commemorate the occasion. And through trials and tribulations and the apocalypse and everything, that railroad spike wound up in my hands, and I traded that to the Candyman for a key, the Rubik's Cube, that probably got stolen. But
Oh, that's what got stolen.
that's what got stolen. And then in the middle, I also had a certificate that I did talk to Micah, who is the woman of which is the mayor of Freetown.
Yeah.
That I talked to her. I got like a bunch of certificates signed, or I got a certificate signed by her with her wax seal, and that went with the railroad spike to Candyman.
Cool.
And I overheard, and they were like, "He's trading a railroad spike with the mayor's signature and everything." And it's like really cool. And Candyman's like, "Yeah, give him this."
Cool. Very cool.
But when I was opening the box the first time, I opened it upside down, and a 1.5 pound railroad spike just fell from the top of the stairwell onto the ground. And I was like, after the fact, like, oh, I'm so glad no one was under it.
Yeah. that would have been a fun blind man explanation of like.
Yeah.
So why do we say a railroad spike came down on somebody?
A railroad spike absolutely clobbered a kid, but
Railroad spike lobotomy.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Railroad spike lobotomy.
Yeah.
Don't make it worse. But basically though, two things though. One, I custom engraved I have 3 railroad spikes, or I had 3 railroad spikes. I custom engraved every single one of them with the Dremel and spray painted them gold so they looked the part.
Yeah.
One of them with the Candyman, as you saw in video. One wound up back in 1889 with the mayor of Freetown and was given to the town, Ballahack, Freetown, at the past Wilds event. So I actually did up a really good box for it.
Yeah.
And yeah, that was actually incorporated into the event, so it was like kind of a sequel, prequel kind of thing, which was really cool. Shout out to Micah, seriously. And that one I was supposed to give the Swamp, and I never did. So next year.
Yeah.
So just scrolling down the comments real quick. Just saying, I saw one comment that stood out from Michael Zubidi or whatever. Zubidi. That's what the Jawas say apparently. I thought this was an actual restream. No, this is live. Like you can check the time right now. This is live.
Real deal. I think my favorite comment so far is frag out crap. That was a railroad spike.
Yeah. Whoops. And anything else? Yeah. Jeff, they're glow in the dark. Yeah, skip dada or
Scoop
the what's this? God forbid. So yeah, that was
Wait,
almost a bad.
imagine all you hear is scoot up and dada, and then you get clonked in the head by a railroad spike.
It'd make a noise.
Well, no one did. I have it on camera that no one did.
Yeah.
I am free from liability. But you signed the waiver, though.
Yeah.
You signed the waiver, and you signed the waiver online.
True.
Which, if you are going to these events, sign the waiver online. It's a lot easier when you show up for registration.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So, speaking of victory items, did we win? Belle, you said you gave your victory item to someone, so you didn't win. Ingwer, you were a role player, so you obviously didn't win, but a lot of kids in need did.
Yep.
Casey, you never got any victory items, so you didn't win.
Nope.
I got mine stolen on video, and it was a really bad hiding spot, as Noah, which was rolling with me, said. But Nick, you had a slightly better outcome than all of us.
Yep.
I did end up winning somehow. No one. I was extremely lucky with not getting shot all that much, and if I did get shot, I didn't get looted. On day 1, day 2 was different. I played that a lot differently. But I have the coin right here. I have the Deathclaw coin that
Cool.
was given out to all the
Yes.
like the day one winners, and I'm pretty sure they had some like leftover ones from I think previous years, or they made a complete like generic one as like overflow for day two. But with especially with how hard it was to actually get all of the achievement not achievement victory items, at least
Victory points.
from what I've been hearing, like with all your guys's uh experiences, like they were either stolen or they were already gone, or even just the general confusion of what was needed. Like it was like very confusing for a lot of people that I was noticing. Like people were confused, like, so what do we need to get in? Is this a key? Is this a syringe? It was hectic. I was lucky enough to get it all in one go, which
Yeah.
I cannot say the same for everybody else, but it was like,
Well,
thankfully they cleared all that up on day two. They made it simpler. They added more coins, more room for people to win, which was a lot easier. But just knowing that I survived the hardest day out of the two, like that just makes earning this coin like a lot more
a lot better.
a lot better, more memorable. Like it was absolutely insane.
I do on it was day 2 when I did secure the armband for the dome, because the whole time, because I wasn't really living it, but I was hearing a lot of people being like, it's really complicated, I can't figure out how to win, yada yada. And the way I got mine was I just found this dude with a briefcase walking around. He had an armband, and I was like, hey man, like what's in the briefcase? And he's like, oh, I got tradables and stuff. And I was like, well, I don't really feel like waiting in line, so like I got this fun little ring thing. Here's some caps. Like, what do you have for me? And he's like, here's an armband, and walked away. And I was like, what's the fuss about, you guys? Like, just
Sounds
talk
like
to
Jerry.
people. Yeah, but it was like, okay, that it was day 2 and it was nearing the end, so he was probably just like, here, have fun. But it was just a little like,
Yeah.
y'all, it's not that complicated.
No, day 1 was complicated. I forget the exact number, but I think it was less than 20% success on day
Yeah.
1.
Wow.
Yeah.
It was
The whole
not a lot of
staff
people could live.
back-
Not a lot of
we
people.
backpedaled. We backpedaled so hard day 2. We're like, oh man, we have messed up.
But
Yeah, got 1,000
honestly,
people.
yeah. The
But it
community
was
made
Wasn't
a
it like-
learning
a little bit.
experience.
Yeah.
Was it 1,000 or was it like a little bit above? I remember hearing
I think
it was,
it was
it was a
1,000.
little bit above.
Or no, it was. It was it was 1,000 because they capped at 800,
Yep.
and then they released like 200
200
more
more.
tickets.
That's right.
Okay.
That's right.
Okay.
So it was 1,000 last year. Or Rev 11.
Rev 11 was like, what was it,
1,100
1,100 on day one?
1,200.
1,200. Okay. Yeesh.
1,200 day one, which was like absolutely insane.
Yeah, I bet that was bonkers.
Which I also won.
I'm gonna stick with this guy next
I
time.
just gotta say, like, whether it's on purpose or not, you are just being in this podcast. People are gonna be like looking for you. Like, this dude's gonna.
Yeah, right?
You have signed your own
Yeah.
death.
I-
Keep talking. You're just
Well, I mean,
right the bounty yourself.
I mean, with this podcast, though, like I try to get like as much as much experience as possible in this. So like new people, old people, people of big content, role players, stuff like that. That's what I hope to drive people to this podcast, or not this podcast. I keep saying that, this live stream for.
Yeah. No.
So I mean, yeah, that
oh,
niche
yeah.
internet micro celebrity somewhat. But yeah, that that people are going to be hunting for you.
Yeah. Just to look at the comments real quick. Jeff, thank you so much for looking for it, even in the first place, is sticking with it. If you guys don't know, on day 2, my dad, who was with me, unfortunately lost his pistol, like in the last 10 minutes of the game. I think it was when like we were in the town, because since I had already won on day 1, I wanted to experience the
chaos.
absolute chaos in the town of like people getting killed by death claws and the little white baby things. And
Oh yeah, that was scary.
in like we were by the staircase to where Candy's shop was, and I think it was either a Deathclaw or one of the babies that came up, and like a giant crowd just came and like ran at us. And it was around that moment where it fell out of his holster, and we never saw it again. And
Oh.
Jeff, again, thank you so much for continuing the search. Like, you have no idea how much that means to me. Like, it's absolute. Thank you so much. Like, it's crazy that you have this much dedication. Like, again, thank you so much. I can't say that enough. Thank you.
Someone needs to have a character that's like built around a metal detector and just go out there and just find swamp treasures.
I don't think that would work because that's really cool. But like the pistol in general, it was a Tokyo Marui V10 ultra compact 1911, like the tiny one of those tiny 1911s. So it had like the outer externals were completely plastic. So yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
The swamp giveth, the swamp taketh away.
Mostly the swamp taketh.
Most that's the thing about swamp. They mostly taketh away.
I mean, I lost a Glock mag Rev 11, but I didn't lose anything this time of my gear, which was awesome. But yeah, definitely, if someone goes out with a I can't speak to metal detector.
Yeah,
they'll
that would
definitely
be absolutely cool.
Thousands of dollars of
CO2
gear
cartridges.
and shit.
CO2 cartridges.
Yeah.
It's you can tell, like, it's good practice to do like the rev pat down constantly. It's like all packs are closed, everything's closed. I have everything. All right, we're moving along. Like if I need
make
to
sure
run,
you have proper retention on your holster.
Yeah, everything's feeling good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you did lose a pistol for whatever reason, Ballahack has smoke wagons for sale for $70 that were used during the Wilds event.
Cool.
So like, you might want to go pick them up.
I might do that myself.
Just saying.
For the fun of it.
I mean, I do need another wheel gun. That would
I got one of those. I got one of those shorty Webleys.
I got one here. I can't show it because YouTube will like kill the stream as they did with US Airsoft.
Are these gonna mess you up?
No, it's not. It's not. It's wood. It's wood. It's not black.
It doesn't look.
It won't hurt anything.
There's no rails on it.
Yeah.
There's no.
Yeah, there is.
Oh, there's a grenade launcher on one.
No,
there it is.
Place, we don't talk about rails.
Yeah.
Stream's over.
Yeah, stream's over.
Yeah, stream's over. Banned. Thanks for playing.
Yeah.
So yeah. Anyway, Casey, were you even close to winning or no?
No, not at all.
No. Man, that sucks.
See, the thing is this. I didn't get into like a good 10, 15 minutes after everyone else. I was stuck at the back of the line. I was waiting around a couple of friends. So by the time I even hit the field, everything was already set proper in motion. And worst of all, I had to go turn in things to Mr. Provisioner over here for the toy drive.
Yeah.
So that really hurt my chances of getting anything. It was all for a good reason, but that really hurt any chances I had.
Yeah.
I did that in the middle of the game because why not? It's always going to be there. So
see, but I had a lot of heavy stuff, and that didn't help. That I had another bag full of stuff. So it's like, I'm not going to walk around for a good 2.5, 3 hours carrying stuff that's supposed to be donated just because game more important. Nah, I can wait. Yeah. I can go bandito mode if need be, but
you showed up with a backpack or a duffel bag of toys, didn't you, Casey?
Yeah, I came up with a satchel bag.
That thing was slam full.
Didn't someone bring like a plastic bag filled with like Hot Wheels, if I remember correctly?
Yeah.
Okay.
I had so many Hot Wheels.
I think I was behind them in line. I think I was behind them in line. I just saw them like plop it down and just like All right, how many caps is that?
How many caps was it in there?
Well, I started off with a bag of 2,000 Minuteman caps, and I don't think I have very many left.
Dang.
Yeah,
So you probably gave them all to that guy.
just about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of caps, I have my entire patch wall here. Oh God, it's a pain. Usually it's behind me in my videos.
Ooh.
I got it right here.
Wow.
Like all the caps that I got that were special. I made them in the patches.
Nice.
That's pretty
Very
sick.
As you can
Cool.
see, right? Oh shoot!
great.
Here, we got there like this row, and then also at the end I got a where the hell is it? Burgertown patch.
Space.
Oh, I
Like-
remember that in the episode. You were like, "How much for that?"
I was like in the middle. I was in the middle of like a very intense conversation. I'm like, ooh, squirrel.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, that was like probably the highlight of day 2 for me. but yeah, like I do have one of the Minuteman patch or Minuteman caps as a patch on there, so that was great. And then also there were anti-Minuteman caps as well.
Yeah, somebody in the north, I think, was passing them out.
Oh, are you guys
Oh,
talking?
that makes sense.
Yeah, I can hear you. Or we can hear you. I don't know if you can hear.
Oh, okay. Sorry, this came disconnected.
Ooh.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So yeah, the Minutemen immediately were. Yeah, I think I understood the story right. It was Rogue. I don't know if he's in here,
Yeah.
but like I know Rogue was doing some sneakies. I mean, it's like that's what you get for trusting someone who's named Rogue. But like it's all good. But it was all good fun, and yeah, I felt like it was a fun way to like. I don't know. The part of Rev about like being not in it's not force on force action, just turning into TDM like every other game, but like being kind of freeform. But it was fun to have like a group of people where you can see a symbol and be like, sweet, we're on the level. But then I also like seeing people like, because it did kind of end up being like, if you're part of us, a lot of the time you were getting popped by strangers because they were like bounties and all that.
Mhm.
And yeah, and it was fun to like see people do it in like a covert way. Like whenever I wasn't wearing like the flag on my arm,
Yep.
people would kind of give me the like, oh, I know you're cool with us. I know you're all this, and
Yeah.
it was a good time. I hope everyone's patches stayed on them. I had to make like literally 300 of these, so. They're not, some of them I rushed through, and I had some people come back, hey, dude, it fell off. Can I get another one? But yeah, it was a good time.
Yeah, I decided to throw Velcro on the back of mine, throw on the patch. Well, I'm not pulling that back up because that's such a pain, and everything's falling off. That's like not a patch. So, but yeah, I made it into a patch, which is really cool.
Yeah.
Just tending to the comments real quick. Jeff asked, where do I get my patches made? Through my sponsor, Jackal Tactical, that they do make patches, and for other teams too, and other organizations that or Discord servers and teams and stuff like that. Definitely go check them out. That they make really high quality PVC. He has a guy who makes high quality PVC patches, and then my art I got it through Luxorator Art, which you can check in the description. She's awesome. She makes awesome art. I don't know what she's doing right now. I think she said her tablet's broken, unfortunately. So yeah, that if you do want good art and her tablet's fixed, go check her out. She also does stuff with the Ballahack community as well. So yeah, definitely awesome art. Evil Adventures, Greg. Hi, I see you. Yeah, can't wait for Saturday. We're going to see the D&D movie.
I've heard that's really good. I want to see it too.
Well, me, him, and a couple other guys, we're going to go see it. S. Bush, no, this is not a Fortnite stream. I'm sorry. What else? Stuff falling off. Like mine fell off. It was emergency sew on. I guess he was talking about the patch.
Yeah.
But with mine though, or with my kit, my tank pouch for my air supply for the M1 carbine, that fell off like right at the end when I was running away from a hatchling, which were the guys in the spandex suits. So So yeah, that was scary, and then it fell
Hatchlings
off.
were freaky, man.
I-
Hatchlings were yeah.
I know it was like super freaky, and we zoomed out
They were
somehow.
quick.
Yeah,
They were quick. I feel like the standard death claws were very much like, all right, I can probably like outsmart this. Like this guy can't see me all that well on that thing. But day 2 I got attacked by a hatchling, and it was seriously like one of those like I'm running, I turn around, and it was like right in my face. It was like they were quiet and fast.
Yeah.
You know, they weren't screeching or anything, and I'm trying to like ride into the character. That's why I have the robot arm, and I'm going a little bit more cyborg this year. Is that hatchling ripped me up?
Don't you have some secret super special on that?
Oh yeah. YouTube won't get mad at you for this. It's a robot arm, and I got little my lady on it, but I also have a launcher that I can hit people at close range, so I can just have a little spray.
So that's
It's like
How do you
Iron, it's
use
like
it?
post-apocalyptic Iron Man.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I mean, I can put it on if y'all want. I have the full thingy here. It's super easy. It's just filled up with gas, and here, hold on, let me get the thing. I won't put the helmet on because I won't be able to probably have the headphones on. But
1 second.
you're all good. But yeah, this was 3D printed, and I painted it up, so it's all rusty
Sorry
and
about that.
red looking. So yeah, it's kind of fun, and then you just fill it up with gas, fill it up with BBs up here. It's like a pistol launcher or something, and then you just pull that back. Just a simple thing.
nice.
It's nothing too fancy, but it'll at close range, you know, be like, I'm unarmed. Just kidding.
Nice.
Yeah,
Yeah, I can't wait to see that in action.
I'll just keep it on.
So I saw something. Yeah, Jeff, if you want to make patches, hit me up on Insta. I'll get you connected. I see Jim Horn here. He's the one that gave me my little buddy. I don't have it with me, unfortunately. My little dog companion that I gotta find out a way how to incorporate that into my kit. But yeah, he gave me a little dog that you can see in one of the day 2 chapters of my Rev series. So definite shout out to him. And also, I do have your G36 mag or G3 mag, so hit me up. So yeah, just 1 sec, just getting back on track. Achievements. Did you guys achieve stuff? And if so, how many? Nick?
Okay, this is a painful topic. I got 9 out of 10. I got 3 of them just not by pure coincidence, by pure happenstance. Like like whatever area I was in, it's like, oh, there's a thing here. Oh, I can do that real quick. So I got 3 on day 1, and then I got 6 on day 2, and then I got 1 that I thought was a achievement coin, but it turns out it wasn't. I didn't find out till later that there wasn't. I don't know if any of you guys got this one, but it was up at North Firebase, and you had to talk to this guy in a Connex box. I think it was like one of the vendors that was up there. You had to talk to him.
Coffee guy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I had no idea that was a thing until after the event ended, and someone on the Ballahack Discord said something about it. I'm like, ugh, I missed 1 out of 10.
Oh.
Whose cats? Who's got cats?
It's mine.
Kitties.
But
They're hungry and I'm
was,
ignoring them.
but it was just like I had gotten. Oh my god, I can't remember how many I got. Rev 11. I was only there for a day. It can't have been too many. Like maybe 4, I think. I don't know.
Yeah.
I can't remember. But on day 2, not day 2, on at Rev 12, since I was gonna be there for both days, it just kind of like I wanted to get. I got the victory coin. That was squared away. So I was like, okay, achievements are up next, and I just finding out that I missed 1 was just heartbreaking. Like it absolutely sucks.
Yeah, his quest was you gotta give him coffee supplies, or you gotta get him like some triax thing. Triax like water purifier or something like that.
Okay.
When I hear triaxe, I thought like a 3-bladed axe. I was like, what? What do you need?
Triaxe.
Triaxe. What is a triaxe?
Bill, how many achievements did you get there? Or what was your achievements? Or I can't think of anything with fuck Quippy.
Just the radio one. I went up to talk with him about something. I think I was just trying to get like a broadcast. I think it was because people were like gunning for Minutemen and there was like some misinformation around. So I went up there and I was like, hey man, I just want to clear the air. I'm one of the main people. And he was like, hey, you talked to me. Here's a radio thing. Cool. Thank you. So no, this year I didn't do too many. I'm kind of taking a little bit of a step back from doing as much quest giver stuff this upcoming year because, you know, last year I ran with Minutemen the whole time. This year I ran a lot hardcore with Minutemen the whole time. This year I'm going to try to kind of experience the quest stuff a little bit more. So hopefully next year's stream I'll have more war stories in that way.
Hopefully. Ingwer, I don't think role players could do achievements, right?
Yeah, no, we can't do achievements.
Oh.
Yeah. KC, what about you?
I did like 2 or 3. I don't remember which ones I did. Well, no, I remember one. I went to... No, that was at Fertile Crescent, not Rev. But, yeah, I did like 2 or 3. I don't remember which ones I did, though.
Nice.
Okay. Yeah, that I got 8 done. I missed the coffee guy, and I think I missed one other. I forget where I missed the other one, but I also did get a custom achievement coin. It's hard to see with the glare.
Oh, the wasteland.
Did this help?
Thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, the keep the wasteland clean.
I wrote in my notes
Gang.
on like some of the most creative stuff we saw. I love those dudes. I think the wasteland like trash pickup thing is like it's just one of my favorite whole things. It's so good.
I know. Yeah, I had to harass him to get it too.
So
and then also I got a coin from the woman, actually.
Okay.
It's wooden and it's laser engraved.
Ooh.
She was handing these out apparently, so that was pretty cool.
Very cool.
Then of course I got the Man Poker chip that we were talking about earlier in the stream.
Yeah.
And then I got a ATC poker chip as well by asking Rags very nicely.
Very cool. Very cool.
so yeah, that's
Rags.
shout out to Rags. That he's awesome.
Right.
So I achieved a lot, and then also on my neck I got a dog tag that's custom made by Reno.
Oh yeah, I got one of those too. Reno, man. Also shout out to Reno.
I have a funny story about that. So at Rev 11, I don't know if any of you watched it, but at Rev 11, when we were at the bunker in the town, and I had just won. Like I got my coin, and I'm waiting outside just to figure out what to do next, and Dad got his looted off of him by some guy who was camping the bunker waiting. Yeah, unfortunate. But what was cool about it was this group of I think 5 or 6 people came running up, and Dad ends up shooting one of them pretty nonchalantly and goes and loots him. All the while they think I shot their friend, so they shoot me. I got hit in the fingernail. It hurt for a while. But the person Dad shot ended up being Reno, and he told me, he hit me up on Discord and was like, "Hey, you're the kid whose dad shot me, right?" I'm like, "Yeah," and he goes, "I'll have something special to give him at Rev 12," and yeah, and it ended up being one of the dog tags. However, so I went to go see him on at the end of day 1 because he was in the North Firebase, kind of where Vault 42 was, and I saw him there. He was like closing up shop. I'm like, hey, my dad shot you at Rev 11. Do you have anything for him? And he's like, oh yeah. And he goes looking, and he couldn't find the tag, and I couldn't find him at all on day 2 either. So we talked more on Discord, and he's gonna ship it out to us. And
He's
it's
a busy man.
it's
That man makes
Yeah.
stuff.
Okay, so I got something to say about that. What happened with day 2, but first, that this is the quality of work they does. Will it focus? It will.
Yeah.
So Wasteland
Oh.
Coalition, that's what I'm kind of a part of. That he did nice work for it, or nice work for the dog tag. But funny enough, I got mine day 2 in the parking lot, and here's why. He had something going on, personal, that he could not stay day 2 for whatever
I think
reason.
he got sick, didn't he?
But he was able to get my dog tag out.
Yeah.
Before he left. Like, he came, set up, didn't feel well,
Yeah.
and dipped. Which I felt kind of sad for.
Super
But
shame, yeah.
but he's doing all right. He's doing all right for anyone that cares. And I think he's hoping to be back for Rev Omega as well. So definitely Reno's Rarities. Shout out to him. He also likes Genesis for whatever reason.
Likes what?
The band,
Oh.
like Phil Collins, Genesis.
okay.
Cool. Yeah,
Like,
he's a big trader. If anyone has any loot, that's good intel. Might get some good
Nice,
stuff.
nice.
What? Oh yeah, he's a trader, not a traitor.
Yeah, trader.
Trader. So yeah, that KC Ingwer. Did you guys get dog tags?
Nope.
Nah, I did not get
No.
one.
I mean, use the other
So,
card.
Bell and
Next year.
Bell and Carter did make me a really nice role players Minutemen Velcro strap.
Oh yeah, that
Okay.
was the Carter show. That man, I was making these ones. But I help with little design stuff. But yeah, we were like, we gotta get you something fancy. You're a king, killing it.
Still got it.
Carter show.
Carter show.
it was kind of.
Oh yeah.
I got a funny story about
That
that.
poor guy, man. We were
I don't
like,
know if it involved
"Please-
you
please
or
drink
Carter.
water."
I got funny.
So
What?
He was just so sick that event. We were just like, drink water, man.
No, but it happened after day 2. I want to bring that up towards the end though, like during my day 2 experiences. But let's bring up like just as like a brief moment or like a brief sentence, since we're running a little short on time. What was your favorite moment? Like, Nick. Like what was your favorite moment from the event?
My favorite moment was okay. So on, oh my god, there's so many great ones. I don't know if I can pick one. I think it was just the general chaos on day 1, like when the no, actually no. I have a good. It was Candyman's reaction to the declaration. It was like on day 1. It was like he was ecstatic about the whole thing. I could tell he really liked it. Like we were talking about it, and he was like, "I could tell you put a lot of work into this." And I was, and he like asked me, he was like, "How do you get a Declaration of Independence?" I don't know. Like, do you have to get it from somewhere? And I answered, "Someone might call it a war crime." And it was just again, just to kind of go back to the whole I made so many friends from these events. Like, it's absolutely crazy. Both just like I was so happy to like I had been watching C7 for like a couple months before I even found out I was going to Rev 11, and like it was just such a joy. He's I sound like a broken record, but I genuinely mean it. Like he's amazing to
He's
talk
a
to.
down-to-earth
Like,
guy.
yeah, he is really cool, and just I don't know. I just keep going. Yeah, the wanted poster. I forgot about the okay. I forgot about that. So in the parking lot of on day 2 before the game started, Jeff hands me a wanted poster with my face on it, basically saying that I'm wanted for misinformation by saying that Ohio is real, which was pretty funny. I completely forgot. It's not like hanged up anywhere. It's in my room. It's still rolled up because I really don't have anywhere to put it. But once I find a place to put it, I'm gonna hang it up, and it's
Sweet.
yeah.
Well, I mean, Ohio basically consists of what? Cornfield, Columbus, Cornfield, Cheese Barn.
That's really all it is.
Yeah.
But hey, but at least we're not Detroit.
Ohio slander.
Yeah, that's right. So real quick, just skipping order, KC. So we haven't been talking that much, so I want to pick on you a little bit. What was your most memorable moment?
So my most memorable moment was, I want to say it was day one. So, you know how we were talking about Rogue earlier, about how he was putting out contracts on Minutemen? Yeah, so
Mm-hmm.
I think it was Bell. I think he sent me to go figure that out. So I went and I traded in my armband to confirm that, this is a whole thing. So that was fun.
Yeah.
Doing a little bit of sneaky spy espionage work.
Love some spy
That's
work.
good.
I think that was like the best part. Like I kind of did that. Like I was floating around. So just to give some context, the Minutemen, Children of the Wastes, Wasteland Train Society, Appalachian Train Company, they're all like basically part of the Wasteland Coalition, if you could say that. Like we help each other out, we all know each other, we all talk to each other on Discord. So it's a lot. It's basically we all try to help each other out, and I consider myself a part of that because I wasn't Minuteman, I wasn't ATC, I wasn't Children of the Wastes, Appalachian ATC. Shoot, I lost my train of thought here. But basically, though, I was just wasting coalition, so I was floating around, and yeah. Shoot, I forgot. I lost my train of thought. Shoot.
Well, I got
we
story.
just all have fun together.
I got a fun story for the event. Oddly enough, also involving Rogue. This was right by the stairs that lead up to the radio tower, right, where people turn in bounties. And if you've ever been to these events, a lot of the time, like if you're with a buddy and the radio comes on and like, oh, there's a bounty for, let's say you're a buddy. A lot of the time it's like, hey, I'll just turn you in, we'll get the money, and we're cool, so no one gets shot, right?
Yeah.
And our buddy 7-6, who's another Minuteman higher up guy that I was working with at the whole event, I was sitting out there because we had just dealt with a bank robbery issue. I forgot who it was. Might have been the goons or somebody had just recently tried to rob the bank, and they asked the Minutemen to come help out.
Good.
So that was kind of clearing up, and the fighting had kind of stopped. And out of nowhere, 7-6 is walking towards me going, Bell, Bell, Bell. I'm like, what? And Rogue is behind him with a gun to his back and is walking with him. And like, if I don't know, if it's anyone who sees that, I'm thinking, okay, I have an ally who, like, Rogue's an ally, but it's Rogue, and he has a gun to my buddy's back, and my buddy's calling my name, kind of trying to keep it chill. So I like, all right, I turn around and I grab my my Webley. And the whole time I still hear Bell, 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 and as I'm going with the revolver, I'm hearing him going Bell, Bell, and like trying to stop me, and I pop Rogue, and he's like, he's like, what are you doing? And I'm like, you're saying my name, and he was like, no, he was trying to get me in for a bounty. I was like, why didn't you just say that? It was like a total breakdown of communication. And, yeah, that one stuck with me. It's like, hey, maybe just tell me what's happening. Don't freak me out. I'm jumpy.
I think my most favorite part in game was probably being a road guard at the end with Children of the Waste. That I was kind of helping them out, so then like there wasn't any like real chaos when people were trying to get into the vault.
Yeah.
And we did a pretty good job from what I remember. But yeah, it was basically like it was just really cool. Me like talking and me being backed up by like 20 guys.
Yeah.
So I just found that really enjoyable. But I don't want to do it the entire time. Like I want to enjoy the event. I don't want to be a guard the entire time.
Yeah.
which is all right. Ingwer, what about you?
It was out of game. It was end of day 2 during the raffle. You know, so many years I've worked for Ballahack or volunteered for Ballahack. You know, kind of behind the scenes, behind the curtain.
Mm-hmm.
So to be up on stage in front of everybody and doing the raffle, it's terrifying, but also, you know, kind of exciting. You know, to see that many people.
Yeah.
And just how much, you know, the community has grown in the, God, what is it? 10? No, because they started in 2010.
Yeah.
I think the field opened.
Ballahack.
13, 14 years.
No,
Yeah,
Ballahack
13
started
years
in
now.
what, 22 or 12?
Oh, 2007.
Well, they just had their 10-year anniversary last year.
Yeah,
Oh.
but I've been playing there, God, forever. Like before it really became open to the public.
Before it was cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, I wish I was able to play there regularly. Like it took Dad and I like 9.5 hours, like a 9.5 hour drive just to get to Chesapeake, and
Oh,
like
wow.
I am envious of anyone within 30 minutes of the field. Like I would absolutely love to go there for a few pickup games.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. Like I want to go down there, but it's just like it's 7 hours for me, and I really don't want to like deal with that.
Yeah.
Like I went to Jersey this past weekend, and it was like 2.5 hours away to Picasso Lake, and for their first anniversary event. That was a haul. So yeah, like I saw that. I'm like, no, I'm not driving down to Ballahack just for one game or one day of play.
Yeah, I could imagine Ingwer. I can imagine being up on that little podium. I mean, it's already a little mind blowing just being in the crowd. Like, man, look at all these nerds.
Yeah,
it doesn't help that I have huge stage fright. So.
Oh yeah.
Being up there was my own personal hell.
Well, you rocked it. You rocked it.
Look at all the nerds in the chat. That Jeff's still here. We got Team Shadow Airsoft. Bravo Wolf Airsoft had the dip. We still got Mike. We're down to 4 viewers right now. I don't know who you are, but if you're still here, seriously like the stream. It'll definitely help us out. It will help the algorithm out. We got 3 likes so far. So if you haven't already, like the stream. I'll go ahead and like it myself. I don't know if I can do that.
Cool.
But yeah, if we were going to talk about moments outside of the game, the funniest moment that had to happen, and Belle, you were there to witness it, while we were at the Mexican restaurant after day 2.
Yeah.
We were with what? Steel, Lightning, someone else, my
Carter.
2 guys, PJ and Noah.
Sparrow.
What?
Sparrow or Luis.
Yeah, Luis. Just saying, plugging them. 2 sides of the same coin. Noah, he does that podcast. He did a podcast with me. Go check him out. It's pretty cool. It's nerd stuff. Then we had Lux, and then we had Carter, who showed up late.
Yep.
But basically, though, we were hungry as hell, and at the end, I was like, "Screw it, I'll get dessert," and I wound up getting churros. And Luis was talking so much smack to you and Carter, and then literally, like, I hit him a churro, and he just keeps going. He inhales the cinnamon and just starts dying coughing.
That's right.
I wish I had it on video, but basically it was like, Belle, you're. It was funny. Like
you're killing the Minuteman medic, dude. Taking him out.
That's all part of the plan. No, I'm joking. He was running with. Was he running with Sturgis? No, that was someone else. But
he was doing all sorts of stuff.
But yeah, definitely probably the funniest bit. I wanted to just say that. So anyway, over the course of the event, we talked about experiences day 1, experiences day 2. I mean, if we can give a brief rundown, and also your best and worst decision, period. Like, Like Nick, if you want to go, like just talk about day one, like what you haven't covered already.
Well, best if we're talking best decision, worst decision, best decision was going to Candy right off the gate.
Mm-hmm.
I believe I've made that abundantly clear.
Abundantly clear.
I don't think I had any worse decisions. Like day one went pretty smoothly. Maybe I don't know. I can't think of a worse decision for day one. Day two, um, I don't know. Day two was my main aim was chaos,
Mm-hmm.
and
Makes sense.
like like because on Rev 11 I missed out on a lot of uh like the how chaotic the events can get with like random shootings. I focused all my attention on day one with achieving victory, and then day two so my plan was to try to win on day one. If I didn't, I would attempt it again on day two. If I did, chaos. And I think
Hey,
I participated in so many random shootings. It wasn't funny. But I think my worst decision was on day two. There was this was at like the first couple hours of the game, I think. I was in the town and there was someone had thrown a grenade like by the shooting gallery,
Mm-hmm.
and I thought I had after it was all said and done, I thought I shot the person who threw it, but after rewatching like all the video and whatever, I ended up not. I shot I think it was the woman's like accomplice. I ended up because I ended up shooting him, and because the woman was there, she got killed by the grenade, and he went up to heal her, and I thought he was looting her, so I took a shot at him.
Ooh.
Yeah, and after rewatching footage, I look back, I'm like, oh no, it was that guy who did it, not this one. I shot the wrong person. Dang.
It happens.
Hindsight 2020.
I kind of did that as well. Like some guy shot me in the shooting range, and he's like, "Sorry," and I had an EL AK that ENL was on the field, doing something, and they said, "Hey, test shoot our gun at the shooting range." I was like, "Okay," and then I'm walking back, and I thought I saw him. I took a pot shot with one of their AKs. Shot nice. I one tapped someone in the back. Wasn't him. Checked the footage later. He was staying to the right. I got him back later, point blank. He has mag out of his gun. He was digging around. I'm like, nope, you're dead. But yeah. KC, day one, day two experience, best decision, worst decision.
All right, so I'm kind of debating between my worst decision for day one. So you know me, I'm a cosplayer. I really like to make things funky, fancy. And so I try to make. So I made the laser rifle and laser pistol.
Mm-hmm.
I used
Which is
CO2
cool.
platforms, but Lord of mercy, I did not realize that neither one of them had a hop up. So I'm shooting sub 50 at no mid, but I can't hit the broadside of a barn. So, but also, as I said, I was wearing spandex next, which doesn't retain heat very well.
Mm-mm.
It wasn't particularly cold, but there was enough wind to make both of these issues very intense.
Yeah.
So I'm debating between each one of those two being my worst decision. My best decision, getting with a group. And that was definitely day two because I put on some warmer clothes, grabbed a better weapon, and rolled set solid with a team.
Yeah.
That's the one thing I always kind of complain about with a lot of these events is that there's not really an overarching faction to help get new players and players that have no clue what's going on up to speed. My mama was there. She kind of just quit day one, Day one, she was there for no, she was only there. No, my bad. She was there for day 2.
Mm-hmm.
She's just kind of like, oh yeah, I don't really get all this role play stuff. I'm just gonna wander around.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And if she's doing it, she was interested. But if she's doing it, how many other people are doing it?
For sure.
Exactly.
And I was on the Discord server, and everybody and their mom was like, "Oh, join the Wasteland Trade Coalition. They help out people." Okay, other players for the players makes sense, but they can only do so much.
Yeah.
I'm not saying ham-fist role players, but I'm saying if I got to change one thing about Rev, I would want one faction, really 2 factions, one that kind of two of them that oppose each other for the same goal. So
Mm-hmm.
that keeps items circulating and that helps get people up to speed.
For
Because if you have people that can come to this faction, they know what to look for, they know where to try and look for it, and they know once they know immediately they can get a confirm of yay or nay, and if they happen to die, okay. But
Yeah.
as if you don't want a faction, you don't need to hop into it. There's plenty. We see with our boy Nick right here, he doesn't need a faction.
Yeah.
But you have people like me that are like, well, I'm just gonna hop over here real quick and just not try and participate, or not try and compete, I should say.
Yeah.
Because
Mm-hmm.
you got other people that hop in early, people that hop in late, and it's like, I've taken up enough time.
For sure. And
Yeah.
I feel like that was kind of one of the aims. Was like, I don't know how many dozens of people heard me give my speech. Was like, like we've all been new players of this before. If you see someone doing the like, standing in the middle of everything, because it is kind of overwhelming if you're not used to like that level of open ended. But like,
Yeah.
help somebody out, bring them over, roll with somebody, like give them a hint of kind of where to go. Because that's definitely tricky, especially like you said, like if you're with someone who's like not as much into the whole role play thing, it's tricky. There's not a set objective, and it's it's tricky.
Yeah, it's really open ended. Like my day one Rev 11 was like, where am I? What am I doing? Day 2, I finally got stuff together and kind of was rolling with a faction.
Yeah.
Luckily, I had someone helping me out, so that was great. But
Yeah, like KC said, it just find a group. It helps so much.
yeah,
So at Rev 11, actually, my group was just a bunch of people that I had just met that day.
Yeah.
It was the 7 of us, me, Dad, and 5 other people,
in the
just
parking
kind of
lot.
rolled around looking for victory items, trying to get all of us as much of us in the bunkers as possible. Which I've firmly believe that being in a group makes the experience better. Because like if you're going at it alone, it's you don't have like that second voice to kind of talk to, being like, hey, we should explore this option or we should do this. I personally think it's more fun to do it with a whole group. So like at Rev 12, it was me, Dad, someone I met on Discord, and his buddy. The 4 of us, we all kind of roamed around. We talked with each other, planned out all of our moves, see what we could do, what do we have time for, what should we go after, stuff like that. And it made the experience all the better. If you want to go out alone, like all power to you. If you work better alone, do it. But I just personally think it's more fun to be in a group and have like that extra voice to kind of sway opinions and maybe make a decision that was the right one rather than doing something else that could have ended poorly for you.
Yeah, and
There we go.
I really dig the idea of like set factions or like maybe a group that like to help people who are newer or kind of struggle with that. I think that's I think I saw Mortem in there was saying that that's a cool way to set it up. It's just like a cool option. Yeah, I mean, if anyone is thinking about going to these events, and I can't recommend them more.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't really in the role play. I guess LARP kind of cosplay scene.
LARP
before
soft.
LARP's out. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
That's all. That's all of Milsim.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is a good kind of a good entry point because you can play it how you want, and it's good to kind of remember that what you put into it is what you're kind of going to get out of it. If you want to roll solo, be ready to roll solo because it doesn't really hold your hand. But like, yeah, it's a great spot for bringing a bunch of buddies who like. I'm not even that big of an airsoft dude, but like I still love it, and you know it's cool to just it's a great spot time to people watch and do some fun little quests and like work towards something. But it's tricky. It's different than anything you've probably done.
Yeah, that
Yep.
I did recommend in at the very end of my Rev 11 series, I did say play at least one game of Airsoft first because even this event and the Rev 11 as well, I did see a bunch of like players like, hey, this is my first time playing Airsoft. I saw the Rev series on Swap's channel. I want to try Airsoft out. This isn't really like an Airsoft game. That this is more of a LARP experience.
Yeah.
That, like, in order to understand the fundamentals of Airsoft, like getting hit, getting revived, doing this, that, and the other, play a game at your local field, then play Rev, because you'll enjoy it a lot better, because you won't have, like, because you're going to have a lot more stuff going on rather than basic Airsoft. You're going to be having quests and people not telling you what the victory aims are and factions and role play. So, I mean, it's really hard for a new player.
Yeah.
But once you get a little experience, then it's a lot funner. Ingwer, what was I understand you're a role player. Again, I keep saying that, but some of the people that just tuned in,
did you
they
guys
may
know
not
Ingwer was a role
know.
player?
Yeah, he was a role player. I don't know.
Role player?
That's
he was
news to
giving
me.
out caps for toys. Oh, just real quick, Jeff made a good point. He shot 20 rounds total. Yeah, you don't need to bring like a high-speed, low-drag loadout. You can roll around with a pistol all day, and you'll be set.
Again, straw.
A straw or some crazy. But Ingwer, what was your experience day 1, 2 as a role player, and what was your best and worst moment? Or decision?
I mean, my experience for both days was more or less the same. You know, the first 2 hours of gameplay, I got a line coming out of my building with people trying to donate items because they don't want to carry them. Not that I don't blame them. I don't want to carry it either. But once that dies down and I can kind of peek my head out the door a little bit, it's always fun to people watch and see all the different costumes people come up with and all the little hit and run skirmishes that happen in town. So it's always fun to just sit back, you know, and watch everyone play out their roles.
For sure.
Fair enough. And what was more chaotic for you, day 1 or day 2?
Definitely day 1 because that's the bulk of the players and
dumping their stuff.
A lot of people came back day 2 and brought more stuff. So it was like, oh Lord, I was
like, I was genuinely thinking about doing that. Like there was like a Walmart, like not a Walmart. There was a couple different stores that were just around the Chesapeake area. I was like, no, it was $1. It was like a Dollar Tree. We were going. I was like, you can get like a crap ton of toys for like $10 and just bring them back to get more money.
And then there's also a Target down the street.
Yep. Walmart just across the street from that.
Yeah. What is it? 168 or Route 168?
I know it's the Chesapeake Expressway. I'm not sure what route it is, but the road is oh man, it's slipping my mind now. But it's the last road you hit before you hit the toll going into Carolina.
Yeah, I was going to say that there's a really good restaurant. I think it's 168 Bypass or something like that.
Oh
really
yeah,
good
the burger joint.
What?
Nice.
The 168 Burger?
No, it's not 168 Burger. It's 168 Bypass next to Target.
Oh, okay. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, that place it's a hole in the wall, but it's really good food.
Oh yeah, it's solid.
I'm trying to think. Day one experience, it was chaos. I got my item, or I was basically on a mission to get my items, and then Mortem told me, "Hey, they're electrifying the fence 30 minutes early." So I was rushing to get back, and then I got my stuff stolen. But speaking of day one, shout out to Bill for helping me out and cashing in a favor. That favors will help you out, like
Yeah.
outside of the game. Like you could say to someone, "Hey, I'll do this for you, but you owe me a favor during Rev," and then you cash in your favors during Rev, and it helps you out.
Yeah, it's a social game, you know. It's
Yeah.
You know, I think that this is again kind of speaking to folks who might be seeing this, who, you know, if you're watching it on YouTube or whatever, and you're thinking about going to this event, like, you could probably get ahead and win without even bringing a gun if you really felt like it. Like, there's just so many ways to play it, and having, you know, getting to know people, having favors, and having friendships with. It's usually really very
run.
Yeah, exactly, the pacifist run. It's a solid group of people. I mean, it's a lot of people, so it's hard to say an over-encompassing. But I've always had really good luck with folks. I've met a lot of great friends.
Yeah, that set your C on your special stats to like 10. You're probably set.
Yeah. That was the joke with the Minutemen thing when we were trying to set up. Was like, you got to have your charisma high enough if you're going to be talking to people about the quest line. And I'm like, I can figure that out.
Yeah, let me roll a D20 real quick.
Yeah, exactly. There was a guy there who he had a magic 8-ball, and he was walking around, and I was like, "What's up with the 8-ball?" He's like, "This thing's making decisions for me. So if I'm thinking about doing something, I pick the 8-ball."
That's
I look
awesome.
at it, I was like, "Man, that's chaos run," but I like that.
that is the chaos run. I was thinking about doing a run where it was like I went in with nothing, and I have to try to win. Like, no gun, no tradables, no nothing.
That's sick.
Except doing quests. Like, that would be...
Tarkov Scav run.
Yeah,
Tarkov Scav run! That would be funny.
Mode.
Or maybe just an assassination pistol or something.
No, not even. No, you mean...
One-shot
like,
Derringer.
Yeah, you gotta have, like, one way out, but yeah, you could... That'd be a fun, like, kind of video series or something, like, what you can work your way up to.
Right.
Yeah.
Like the guy that... traded a paper clip, and he traded it multiple times to different people for different things, and
to a Tesla,
like a car or something.
Yeah. Hey, that's an inspiration for somebody. Go out with nothing.
Yeah, that maybe for Rev 14 or something like that, but not Rev Omega.
Yeah.
But yeah, then day two, like halfway through, I kind of gave up. I was trying to do the Dark Quest line, and then that fell apart, and I was like, screw it, I'm doing achievements. I'm having fun. And then I helped a lot of people get into Vault 42 day 2. So that I don't know if you guys watch my Rev series, but like I was kind of basing the some of the chapters off of like Dante's Divine Comedy and like or the characters and stuff like that, like and also John Milton. Like, I know I kind of used Paradise Lost in the wrong sense, but it kind of made sense at that point. Just the phrasing of it. And I'm sorry to say, I'm just clearing up some inaccuracies, if anyone's wondering. Trying to think what else. Best decision. Best decision had to be... shoot, I can't really think right now. Whoops. Worst decision was hiding my stuff in plain sight where the Children of the Waste were set up because it got stolen and I didn't win. So make sure if you're going to hide your stuff, don't do it with the bank because they might steal it. Hide it somewhere in the swamp where no one else will find it. Best decision, though, had to be... probably ditching my kit halfway through day 2 and just running a pistol because I didn't need anything else but a pistol.
Yeah.
And the M1 carbine was a little cumbersome because I had to run an HPA tank with it, and I had to run the rest of my gear with it. So, I mean, running light is your best friend at Rev.
Yeah, makes sense.
So just reading the comments off before we just open up the floor. Jeff worked with Ingwer. He works with Ingwer?
Yeah, he was my supervisor. He really played
Did he get
himself
you?
hiring
Did
me.
you get him in Airsoft?
I did.
Cool.
Nice. Well, I'm not going to ask what you do, but yeah, that's still pretty cool though.
Yeah.
Yeah, KC, Jeff said bring more cosplay stuff to swap beats and stuff.
Yeah, I've been
Please.
working on a couple of things. I'm gonna try and get some more things out there because the stuff that I sold right before Rev sold pretty quick. Once people started buying things, it was good. I even got to
Sweet.
see some of that stuff at Rev. It was fun.
Really cool.
Yeah, that if I'm building a cosplay kit, I'll definitely come to you first. What else is there?
Mortem should turn your cane into a gun. That'd be pretty sweet.
You should
Mhm.
like get one of the K-Mate 70 Gem 1 shells that have the green gas or CO2 in it. That would be pretty cool.
Mortem's got the drip.
Yeah,
You
more
know-
does
you know
have the
the-
drip.
The umbrella gun
Oh yeah.
from
Yes,
isn't that from a Bond movie? I can't remember.
Yeah. Or
I thought that was-
Penguin.
that's like some.
I can't- no, I know
Secret
it's-
Squirrel spy stuff.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was a real thing. Like it had like a little poison dart in it that
Oh yeah.
Like
was
it was a
yeah.
little poison ball with rice in it.
yeah.
Oh, yep.
Please don't cover your airsoft BBs in ricin.
Yeah, please don't.
I already experienced biological warfare once with Airsoft. I don't want to do it again.
Yeah, we're good. We're good.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, that if you're wondering that I wound up going to a party with a bunch of Airsoft guys right before a big op, like the weekend before, and then I got sick. I can't say the coof word because I'll get instantly demonetized and banned.
Taken out.
But it was probably that back in like August of 2019.
Mhm.
But yeah, that that really screwed me up,
Yeah, I always
and I couldn't go to that op.
I mean,
That
it's
was
just,
sad.
you're just around so many people. I usually get sick at Rev, so if you're thinking about going to this event, also just like drink some water before going.
Sea boost.
Take some vitamin C. Have some emergency on standby, and just be like ready to be like, I'll probably get a cold after this.
Hydrate or dihydrate.
Hydrate or die.
I forgot to say
Absolutely.
that.
Yes.
I was in line. I'm like, oh my god, Chris forgot to say hydrate or dihydrate. People are going dihydrate.
Oh, they going die. Cool.
Just looking real quick. Yeah, I think we're pretty much caught up on comments
Cool.
or questions or stuff we can make points on comments. So I might as well just open up the floor. Oh wow, a lot of comments just came in at once, and that did not catch up on my end. Hell, actually, let me see if I'm all caught up on comments. Okay. Yeah, I'm basically caught up. I have it on my phone now.
Folks
So
excited
yeah,
about
let's just
Omega?
open up the floor. What?
I was asking if folks are excited about Omega. It gives the vibe that it's going to be a little different. I don't know. There's a lot of little hints
Yeah,
and stuff
I'm
where
getting that too.
It seems like
Yeah, I can't divulge much, but there is a lot of talking right now between the staff and the role players.
cool.
A lot of
Ooh.
stuff we're going to be testing out and seeing how it works.
Very
I
cool.
remember when. Sorry to cut you off, but I remember like when the name was first announced. Like it wasn't Rev 13, it was Rev Omega, and people caught on to where Omega is. It's a Greek word, not Greek word.
The
Greek
last
letter,
letter in the Greek
the last
alphabet.
letter of the Greek alphabet,
end.
basically meaning end. And people were going crazy about, is this the end of Rev? Is this the end of Rev? Like, what does this mean? What does this mean?
Yeah.
I was like, Chris is Kill's cash cow. Like,
Yeah.
Like, Rev brings in so much revenue, not only to Ballahack, but the surrounding area. Like, he's not gonna stop the Rev series. Like, it makes no sense for him to do that.
There's we'll find out. We'll find out.
At the hotel I was staying at, there were so many people who were going to Rev. Like, there were a bunch of people who were, like, that morning who were going down to breakfast. They were already in kit. Even with Rev 11, it was the exact same thing. Like, it's crazy. Just what Rev does.
We ran into the ravioli salesman in our elevator. And I was like, "Oh, hey, I know you." He's like, "Oh, we got the good stuff." I was like, "Good."
Got the beef Rome.
My whole question is,
got the Chef Boyardee. Yeah, I'm excited. I'm running a little bit of a heavier kit this year as far as gear. I'm excited to kind of try that out. I got some local buddies that I'm going to bring with me, so it'll be fun this year to introduce them into the fold. Yeah, it'll be a fun year. It's always a great time, and I'm excited for any new developments, however that turns out.
I know for Rev Omega, I'm definitely hyped. I already bought my ticket, like the rest of you should.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they go quick. I don't know how many are left, but I think like 100 sold within the first week.
Yeah,
and there's only 800.
As soon as the month start ending with Ember, as soon as September hits, I feel like that's when it just
It's gonna be gone. Yeah,
it's gone
so quick.
And then they bring out I don't know if they're gonna do that this time around, the extra 200.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm not sure.
I personally did not like that. Because they
Yeah.
said
Yeah,
we're
that was a
hard
bad
capping the
idea.
event at 800, and then they throw the 200 extra for like $80 more than what the ticket was. Like, that is my biggest critique of this event, in my opinion.
For Rev 11, it kind of made sense, because I think Rev 11, you were still paying for, you still had the option to pay for one or 2
1 or 2
days.
days.
With Rev 12, there wasn't that, and it was
2 days or nothing.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly. And I was, it was weird. Like, I appreciate in the sense where it gave people who waited too long like a last ditch effort to actually be able to go, but it was I don't know, it was still different. Like, if they had kept the day one, only go day one or only go day two or do both, like if they kept that, then maybe it would have like been, I guess, received better. I don't know, but it's still like that last minute effort to we missed the tickets, and then like 2 months later, they're back up, get them while you can.
Yeah
I didn't really like it. What's your opinion on that, Ingwer? If you don't have one, that's fine.
I think I heard rumblings on that the reason it was hard capped at 800 originally was the parking situation. There just wasn't enough room to park everybody.
Oh yeah.
But they managed to get some extra space opened up, and that's why they allowed the extra 200.
That makes total sense.
And I mean, I felt bad for the staff, because every single day they're getting phone calls, emails, Facebook messages. Hey, you got any more tickets for Rev? And I was like, no, sorry, man, we're sold out.
Yeah, I bet they get asked that, and hey, can I camp? Probably daily, like
every minute of every hour.
Yeah. I could only imagine. I've also been I've been trying to I've been loving Rev, and I'm gonna do my best to not stop going to him. But I've been really it seems like that type of airsoft game is kind of popping up all over. I mean, Frank, you were mentioning one of the fields you were sponsored by is doing something like it's
production company, but close enough.
Yeah. So it's I'm excited. That's kind of a shift in that direction. I'm excited to find some other fields and events like that.
I think there's one in Cincinnati, which is like about 4 hours from me, that has their own post-apocalyptic event. I can't remember the name of it, but I know they have one.
Oh yeah,
it's probably like Nuke, Ohio, or it's Nuke, Ohio.
I can't remember.
That's my guess.
Yeah. No,
I know that they're doing a lot of stuff. Nuke Atlanta, Nuke Ohio. I forget the other ones. I know Reno's really big into that. Bill,
Yeah.
he does Nuke Atlanta a lot, which I
Yeah.
heard it's more Fallout than Rev, even
For
though
sure.
Rev is starting to get into Fallout.
Yeah, it's like we had Death Claws and all that.
That
Yeah,
was
Yeah.
cool. That was
yeah. Casey, do you have anything to add?
yes and no. It was good. Super weird about the ticket situation. My only critique is what I went on my first tirade over is the skill / intellectual gap, because
Mhm.
you have people that are like Nick that are super into this, super up to speed, super on this. You have people like me that are super into this, but super not up to speed on the lore
Mhm.
and
Mhm.
how to get things and stuff like that. I love LARPing. I love role playing games, but Lord of Mercy, the speed gap was abysmal.
For
And
sure.
I'm like, you know
Yeah.
what? I really wish I had a faction to help me get up to speed. I want someone that either knows what they're doing or knows what I'm looking for and where I can start. Because if you can't start, you can't finish.
For
And
sure.
that's the
Mhm.
number one thing that kind of killed me. It was cool hanging out with the Minutemen. It was cool wandering around the waste.
Yeah.
But I'm
But
like,
we didn't know what
well,
was going on either.
right.
Yeah, barely anyone
But
did.
you see my whole thing though, because I don't know if it's just me, but whenever I run into a faction, I kind of expect them, unless they're not a role player, to know more than me. Just de facto, you're supposed to be in this world. I just got spawned in here.
Yeah.
If you look at any role playing video game, it's like that. Maybe I just have bad, assumptions, stuff like that, but I look at a lot of these role playing games as a real life video game. You spawn in, you go to the NPCs, they have all the information you don't have, you fill in the gaps along the way.
Yeah.
And if you can't do that, it kind of kills the vibe.
Hmm.
I think that's a
Yeah.
big thank you for bringing that up, because like one of the things that Swamp Sniper says in the briefing, like every morning, I guess, is that people end up leaving early, or they have like a bad time because they don't do anything. They don't take the initiative, as he says it. They
Yeah.
don't
Yeah.
put the effort forward to actually, make something happen.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
like
that.
like if
Oh, sorry, I was
because
cutting
that's
you
how you
off,
get
Casey.
pack vandals, and that's how you get a bunch of people getting shot randomly, which doesn't do anything. All it does is add to the frustration gap. Because if you don't know what to do, you got a bunch of people that just figure it out, and then they just go start shooting people. Don't even start looting
Hmm.
people. There's like, oh, I want to cause chaos. It's day one.
Yeah.
What?
The
Yeah,
All
yeah.
right, we expect bandits, we expect vandals, we expect chaotic types. But if you're just making something happen and you're not taking the initiative, and you're taking the initiative to not achieve things,
Yeah.
you're going to start pissing some people off.
Hmm.
And they're
Yeah.
going to start going home. And that's really going to start killing a lot of these things. I get why Chris doesn't care. He made all his money already. But it's like, if you're a player, you kind of want to get your money's worth and have fun. Of course, not
Mhm.
everyone can win. A lot of people don't understand that also.
Hmm.
But it's a fair shake that everyone is at least looking for at the very, very, very base.
For sure.
I am glad that you
And
did bring that up, KC.
Yeah.
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 Ingwer,
It
if you
gives
got
me
something to add,
something
real
to.
quick.
Yeah, no, just I'm glad he brought that up because it gives me something as a role player to work towards to make the experience better for everyone. New players and old players alike. So I do thank you for that, Casey.
For sure.
Hey, that's what I'm here for.
And that's why I bring every kind of player or person involved in Rev into these live streams.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, shoot, what was I going to say? I
My
lost off
bad.
the tip of my tongue. I was going to say, in order for people to like understand the story and possibly like gain some tips and knowledge of how to basically navigate Rev, definitely watching a video series will help you out. Just plug in my stuff. Again, Nick, Airsoft Bros, awesome series. Of course, Swamp Sniper, and probably a couple other people out there that do this kind of stuff. That it would definitely get you up to speed. It kind of got me up to speed when I was going my first time.
Yeah,
That's what I did, but it still didn't help me.
Yeah,
that's the only problem though. Like, I understand the lore, but the lore only tells you what happened up until this point.
Yeah.
I need to know what I need to know for the game, and saying, oh, here's these 6 different things, go figure it out. As a new player, it's kind of like, okay, I can go figure this out. And I have 1,000 people I got to compete with. And I got pack vandals in the mix of that. And I don't have a faction to help me.
There needs to be like a
I love
tour guide.
Like, I don't necessarily need a tour guide,
Yeah.
but that's where the whole faction thing comes in. You don't need a tour guide to hold your hand, but you need someone to say, this is what you need, go this way, and figure it out.
Yeah.
Because you can, because there's plenty of video games like Tarkov, stuff like that just kind of just drop you in there and say, go figure it out. But guess what? There's other games that, set you on the correct course, like Fallout. Like, this is supposed to be Fallout or Stalker. Never played Stalker, but I've played a lot of Fallout.
Yeah.
And Fallout is very much that, here you go, kiddo. There's this guy that shot you in the head. Go get him. Oh man, there's this way bigger story that I just stumbled into. Let me go figure this out from here. But if you don't have a sense of direction, you just wander. That's why 76 fell apart. It's just, hey, spawn in, go figure it out.
Yeah.
That's why they had to add NPCs later on, to go give you a direction.
For sure.
Yeah, there is definitely that learning curve.
Yeah. So you're basically thinking like you just need someone there, like maybe a role player to help new players. Like, hey, maybe go through an achievement, come back, get like 5 caps, and then maybe, go loot someone. Do that, and then, maybe buy some from a merchant.
The tutorial portion of a game.
Yes. See, because...
And then for the people that are experienced, like all of us, we can just skip that.
See, I had a couple of friends that didn't need a helping hand. They just went around, they figured it out for themselves. But it's for people like me that are like, all right, I'm kind of overwhelmed. I have no clue what to do. Help. Because if you talk, because I hate to say it, but a lot of airsofters, they have their team. They're not looking to add anybody, which is fair. I love it. Yeah. But that whole thing comes around like that, where it's like, all right, okay, if I can't find someone to help me along my way, I'm just kind of floundering. If I get super frustrated, I'm gonna just go home. But if I have someone to help give me some sort of direction and guidance, I may not necessarily be happy, but I at least have something to do to entertain me until it gets fun.
Yeah.
Because it's not for people that, it's for people that need it and want it. Because some people need it, but they don't care. They'll go sludge through as a nooblet and go figure it out. But if you have people that don't want to figure it out, you don't need to. Did you see this? See, this whole thing's working phenomenally. I mean, without it. But if you really want to make sure that more people have fun, give them that option.
That little bit of structure.
Yeah.
Right. It's just a little bit more structure. It's beautiful, but it could be a tad bit better.
Yeah.
I can't remember who brought it up earlier. I think it might have been Frank that brought it up. I think that's one of the perks of watching a video series on the event. Not necessarily only Swamp Snipers, but like series from different people, like mine, like Frank's. I know there's a couple others out there that I'm forgetting. And what they do is if you watch it enough, you start to pick up like different trends. Like, for example, just by watching Swamp Sniper for a while, one of the trends I picked up was that role players are your best friend. Like, if you're looking for information, go to a role player, ask them. Ask any role player, really. They will give you some kind of information to work with. And to kind of bounce off of that, it's it's weird because like a lot of like the smaller series will, in my personal opinion, give you a better um, representation of what Rev really is, like compared to like what you see Swamp Side are doing, because you know how big he is, how big of a personality is, especially within Rev, Ballahack, all of that, and you know everybody's crowding around him, you know, like giving him things, shooting him, like in all of that. I personally think it gets to the point where it's a bit unrealistic to see what Rev really is for just the average player. If you all you have to go off of is swamps, then
Swamp Sniper.
especially like the later ones where he's like, you know, super popular, then you're going to find that it's going to
Not
be, you know,
useless.
not what you think it was. That's why I firmly believe, like, you know, if you're planning on going to an event, watch many different series on like or videos on what to expect, not just one. Like there's so many different things that you can learn from other people's experiences to kind of piece together. It's like, okay, uh, this happened to this person. How can I avoid that? Or how can I plan for certain outcomes to come? That's what I did. That's how I was able to win both
Same.
events. Like I picked up, okay, role players are going to be your greatest source of intel. Run with a group for like, you know, more firepower if you ever get into a sticky situation. And just those kinds of general tips and tricks on how to make Rev more enjoyable. Because, like you said, Casey, if you're going at it alone and you're going at it where you just kind of go in, you without any help, you try to figure it out on your own, and you can't, then the experience is kind of dumbed down to where it's no longer enjoyable. So definitely having those sources that can give you the kind of heads up that you need to and the information that will help you get by a lot easier is definitely very helpful. And I would implore anybody who's looking to go to any of these events to um, do your research.
That
It's
yeah,
extremely helpful.
and I think I think Casey brings up a good point too of like um about like factions and stuff like that, because like, you know, I had a lot of people ask me like, well, do you have any items and stuff like that? It's like, dude, I'm just a dude. Like, I'm not like, I'm not running with Ballahack. This is just like a group of people that were trying to like do this thing.
Mhm.
But like, it would be cool to have like a setup where, because it's tricky too, because just the amount of the volume of people. It's like, you know, there are role players who are like, you know, there to answer questions, but it's like there's a point where it's like, man, there's just so many people, it's hard to get to people so much. But it would be
Yes.
cool, like one of y'all mentioned, it was either Ying or UKC, someone mentioned like a tutorial system or something, or like some way to like this person know, like if they felt like it, they could answer everything, but like maybe have a way to feed it to you in a way of like, here's a direction that you're not relying, because like, you know, if you go up to any other players, like it could be like another day one from this last year of like, hey, what's going on? It's like, I don't know, man. Like I'm just trying to figure it out too. I can't imagine. I mean, Ing, you probably have some sight into this. I can't imagine figuring the logistics of an event like this. Sometimes, like these past 2 years I've been there, I'll just like look around and be like, I don't know. I don't know how they do it. It's super impressive, but like yeah, like it could always be better, and
Mhm.
I think it'll always be better.
That's
Just
something
kind
we're
of
always doing. We're always learning from past events on how we can
exactly
improve and make things better. But
bring
to
back
touch
the
on
pizza. Bring back the pizza.
Yeah, bring back pizza.
it's the end of day pizza.
Yes.
Never
That's,
taste
that's
the
another
The
first
part
problem
where
with
I'm
the end
like,
of day pizza
how?
is there's just so much waste.
Yeah,
There
like
was.
Yeah.
they don't
Yeah.
need to do the pizza. I was like, this is really cool, but like, good lord, yeah.
But yeah, to touch on something you said, Nick, for everyone out there listening or watching, by all means, if you are lost, confused, just want a little bit of help, come up to any of us role players. We are more than happy to help you. We are looking forward to helping you. And if you role play with us, it makes our day even better. Like I had a lot of people, they pop their head into my building, be like, oh, you got an in-game item? No, sorry, and they'd leave. And that it's just disheartening. So I mean, come in, say hello, ask questions, and like I said, role play with us. It makes our day so much better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then
And
you're
also
gonna
just
put an
touching
item
on
dispenser.
yeah, and just touching on stuff. I think the past two winter rev events, it was like green bands to denote role players. Yeah, if they don't have a green band, they're not a role player. Or a Valken green band, they're not a role player. So yeah,
Look out
that
for them.
yeah, that if someone says, "Hey, I'm from the bank," or "Hey, I'm from this faction," or the Goons, or something like that, and they don't have a green band, they're not a role player. They are a player. There was some confusion with that, and then some things were said on Discord that I don't agree with. After day one,
And
so
Pete,
basically, yeah, just be aware of who's a role player and who's not before you go into the event. So there's no mass confusion or drama or anything.
It's a social game, and people can deceive you. I've had people like sell me a load of nonsense, or I'm like, I just walked all the way up north, and there's nothing here. People, they can use their deception skill.
Oh yeah. See, but can I throw in one more thing about my whole thing about factions?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm not necessarily saying factions need to hold your hand, like I said earlier, but as Nick really said, and I have to agree with this a lot, firepower, groups, super important. A faction helps you consolidate and get way more firepower. And I think a lot of these solo people, if you can have them go to one faction or the other faction and say, hey, you three, go find this. Now you have three people rolling in a fire team. Or, hey, you five, hold this position. Hey, now you have they have a bunch of people that have a common objective that are all working together, and that really helps bring the solidarity, like Bell was saying, and it really brings down that frustration gap.
Yeah, forces people
and it
to
makes
communicate.
everything so much better.
Definitely.
As Ing is saying, it's all about that communication, and I love it. And that's kind of what I'm looking for, because it's really easy to say, "Oh, just go get into a group." Well, if you talk to a bunch of other people, and they're like, "Oh yeah, no, I'm just trying to do this, and I'm not looking for a group." All right, yeah, you just don't want to lose, which is fair. That makes sense. And it's well, no, I know at least for me, I kept on talking to people, and I kept on getting rejected.
Yeah.
But I know if I went to a faction like I did with Bell, I joined the Minutemen, because it's a bunch of people that said, "Hey, I want more firepower. I want to be with a group." We all consolidated and became a faction. But the only downside, no shade to you, Bell, is that you weren't going for the main objective, which is fair, which makes sense. But if you're trying to compete, and if you're trying to beat out all the other independent types or the groups that have already come together from a different place or that worked it all out in the parking lot, rolling solo, you're really on the back foot, and sometimes not even on the track. And that's the problem, because now you're competing with groups, and unless you have your own group, you're dead in the water.
And it's tricky too, like with factions, because it's like, especially if you're like, people are getting marked, y'all are kind of having like an attitude towards the event, or like a vibe that y'all are all pushing, whether you're like Raiders or whether you're Minutemen, whether you're whatever. It's tricky too, because like, if it was up to us, it's like, cool, like I would love for all of us to go to get all of us victory items, but it's like there are so few of them around, where it's like our thought with the Minutemen thing was like, let's try to like make more kind folks, more people, like exactly like you said, because I think everyone's been rejected. Everyone's a solo at some point for the most part, where you're like, hey, can I roll with y'all? And it's like, oh, we're doing our own thing, and it's like, whatever. Trying to deal with that, but it is tricky when there's so few
in-game items.
It's tricky, because it's like, I had a lot of people come to me and be like, so like, what's the point of what y'all are doing? It was like, man, like to like everyone have a symbol of being like, hey, we're not going to shoot each other, or hey, look out for each other, like kind of a group thing. And it was tricky because you know everyone's rolling for different stuff and trying and has different goals. It's there's a lot of different kind of people that come to this, and it's one of the best parts of it. But it's tricky running.
The hardest
factions
part
and
to plan around.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's I was talking to a buddy of mine because I do like tabletop gaming stuff like that, D&D and all that, and now that I'm getting into the more live action stuff, I was talking about how much I appreciate, and he brought up a great point that's just been kind of running around in my head is like, if you're playing D&D or Fallout or a video game or whatever, you are leaving the session, you turn off your game console or whatever, that world is done. But with events like this, it can be overwhelming because if you left, it still goes on without you. So there's like a lot of moving parts, which I really appreciate. I like that about it, but it is like, it's overwhelming sometimes because it's like, man, there's a lot of different kinds of people and everyone has different goals. And yeah, I would tell people, you know, don't be afraid to try to start something yourself too. Like this was my second year of Rev. I met the Minutemen in the parking lot on my first year of just being like, hey, I recognize that symbol. Cool. I think a lot of people are looking for a group to run in, and like, don't be afraid to bring more folks in. Like, I know everyone's like, I'm making a bandit or I'm making a bounty hunter. It's like, cool. But like, also like, find a way to work with each other. I think that would help that a lot. Just having, like you said, the firepower and just, it's cool to have a squad of people and you make some new friends. It's a social game and it's a great time.
Yep.
Yeah. Make some patches. Get nerdy with it.
Yeah.
All you gotta do, get one roll of a very specific color duct tape and just, hey, you're cool. Roll with us. We have a symbol. Boom. It's like, yeah, take it as far as long as you want.
That's what a lot of factions do. Like, that's how they start out. It's literally just a roll of duct tape and say, like, hey, do you want to roll with us? Here you go. Done.
Make a kinder wasteland. Sometimes it's still fun to have raiders.
Sometimes.
I'm still waiting for like a raider hierarchy to show. I'm wanting someone to like organize.
I keep trying to organize one, and I can't find a good leader for it.
It's tricky. I remember someone was saying the woman was talking about like being like a raider queen thing, and I was like, that is sick. Like I would like
that would be really cool.
Like if you could organize the chaos gremlins of this event to like be a scary force and not just a random dude who's gonna pop you. I love it. And like that would give it, like, again, anyone listening to this, start that, like, make a movement, make a group. Like it is so open-ended that you can put in as much or as little as you want, but that can also be making a big thing. Like it's the best thing about the event.
The Minutemen convoys aren't very well armed. Hint, hint, wink, wink.
Yeah. Wink, wink.
Just thinking though that there's like no heal. There's no like strictly evil group. Like the goons are they're like lawful evil-ish.
They're anarcho.
Yeah.
But they're anarchists. But I mean, like, there's no strictly chaotic evil or chaotic lawful or chaotic neutral.
Yeah.
Or no, chaotic. But what the hell am I saying?
Yeah.
Neutral evil. It's just all good or neutral. Like, there has to be one faction to just shake things up. Like, I was thinking about like an Enclave faction, but at that point, it's like, how can you organize people to be lawful evil?
Yeah, scary
and
big
then,
brother
like,
kind of thing. It'd be cool.
Yeah, but I mean,
I would
you
love
would have
to be
to get
part
like
of that.
20 guys like in on it.
But you know, man, it's
Yeah.
As role players are your best friends. I don't know if we're running your timer here, but I know, like, as role players, your best friends. Man, the parking lot is a great place to start. Like, one, like, if you and Discord, like
Discord,
you can shotgun ideas into that, and people will go, "Oh, I'd be into that. Oh, I'd be into that. Whatever." And then, like, I don't know, there is time before the whistle blows that everyone goes that you can set stuff up and be really really set up. I would love an evil faction. I think I feel like I'm not it's not my vibe, but I bet someone would do it well. There's already existing faces and people at these events. And I'm like, you could really, if you organize it, you could really be a force that would be fun to kind of rebel against or try to
fight against or something.
Yeah,
Well-
it's a good time.
Well, like what you're saying, for the woman to like be a raider queen,
Oh.
like
Yeah.
she has honestly, or Micah has enough clout, and I told her this, like she has enough clout at Ballahack to do that.
Yeah.
Like
Love
it would be awesome
Be sick.
to have like to do that, and she's like the one to do it, probably.
Yeah, definitely. And I mean, like, find some territory. Like, if you want to start a little thing, just like get a spot, hold it down. Like, yeah, I'm all for that stuff because rolling solo is fun. Everyone's like, I'm the lone wonder, and then you're like, I've been shot 4 times, and this is
In
not
20
as fun.
seconds.
Yeah, it's like this is cool, but it's like it's fun to be in groups and stuff. So, yeah.
Hey, Frank, did you want to give Tristan there a quick recap in the comments?
The chat didn't update.
Because this is my
I'll
first
read it
Did
to
we
you.
just get some?
I see it. He
Oh, hey
said,
Tristan. All right, so basically what we're talking about. Let me pull up my little cheat sheet. We we talked about how the event was. We talked about who got victory items, who won. I didn't. Nick did. I got my stuff stolen. Bell is a lieutenant for a faction, the Minutemen. Ingwer is the role player for the Minutemen that actually works with Ballahack. Casey is an awesome cosplayer. Go follow him. It's Casey Sama 89. I said it right. Go follow him. Awesome. Nick Airsoft Bros. Go check him out on YouTube. I didn't win. Nick did. Everyone else lost.
Rub it in.
Day 1, we said it was pretty chaotic because Swab barely said anything with like, hey, this is how you do stuff. It was just chaotic as all hell. Day 2 was a lot more tame, and a lot more people won. A lot of bad decisions, a lot of good decisions. I would say definitely rewatch this if you want to find out what we said. And we were talking about factions and stuff like that, and how Rev can get better. So hopefully that answers your question, Tristan. That's a mouthful. But what I wanted to touch on real quick, though, like, I honestly think it's like people not passing the vibe check. Like, just getting shot 20 times, they don't pass the vibe check.
Oh. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you can talk your way out of it a lot of time, but the sniper folks are always out there.
Always ambush folks.
Always.
Yeah, you can always get ambushed by band raiders, or you can talk your way out and pass the vibe check. Like, I had one of my buddies, PJ. He stepped out for like 2 hours during day 1. He was getting pissed off. He kept getting shot. But joining a faction would definitely help you out. Talking your way out of it would definitely help you out. Not going on the pond trail constantly will help you out. Do we absolutely have to go on the pond trail? That's a death trap.
Pretty cutthroat. Yeah.
And then, yeah, just if you look like a target, someone will clap you.
Yep.
But if you're like incognito and nonchalant, and like I said, pass the vibe check, you're golden.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I guess you don't really understand. Like, you don't really know you passed the vibe check until you've passed the vibe
Until
check.
you pass the vibe check.
It's just it's luck. It's honestly luck. Like, not sticking out is definitely part of it, but a lot of it comes down to luck.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull us back just a little bit because I just have a last minute afterthought about factions. I know it's all open ended and stuff, and you know what? Do whatever you want, but my opinion, please don't make another bounty hunter group. It just turns into bored people shooting everybody in the end. Always like bounty on logistic ends. Bounties are probably an extremely hard thing to figure out and run an event like this. They're fun when they work, but they're tricky. And if you have a whole group of people, we're bounty hunters. It's like, man, if there's no bounties and you got a bunch of trigger happy people, it's going to be You're just going to be another one.
Yeah.
Well, bounty hunter doesn't necessarily have to be you're going around shooting people for bounties. It could be like protecting something or delivering something or doing stuff for
That's
money.
a guardsman.
What?
Like, bro, all the bounty hunters, they always just go out shooting people if they don't have actual bounties, man.
Yeah.
I've not met a bounty hunter. I met one bounty hunter that put down his hat and actually went full guardsman.
Yeah.
Every other bounty hunter I met's like, oh no, I'm hunting for people to go shoot.
Yeah.
All
Well,
of them except for that one dude.
I got help from a pair of bounty hunters who I knew personally. I was like, I got the cube from, or I picked up the cube, and I'm like to these two guys, hey, I need, and they actually saved my rear end on the pond trail. Like I was about to get ambushed, and then they just went in. They had some VSC Avalons or something like that, and they're just like killing these guys, and I'm able to get through. It was well worth the money, caps, but
Sounds like a biased
but
sample
yeah,
to
it
me.
was. I'm sorry.
It sounds like a biased sample to me. You know them. They
Kind of, but I mean, hopefully it gives the ideas to other people like, hey, you could do stuff for caps that isn't just strictly killing people. You can protect people. You can do deliveries. You can do this, that, and the other.
We need more couriers.
Yeah, we need more couriers for the poor kids in the waste and the poor animals and stuff like that the Minutemen are trying to support.
Yeah.
So
the loving creatures of the waste.
Yeah.
Cute and
I
cuddly
felt
creatures.
bad for the people at last year's FC with the food drive because I definitely overloaded those boxes.
That was something that I completely forgot about until the event was over, where you, me, and Carter were talking about like one of the little time filler quest things that we'd like reward people for Minuteman stuff was moving that huge crate back and forth.
Yeah,
between
and
us.
the crate just disappeared.
Well, it was just over by us, and I never, because I mean Carter brought it, and I was just like, that poor man was like dying of whatever disease he was dealing with. So I was like, okay, I'm not one of the people where it's like, oh, here's this prop, I'm gonna go pick this up and move it. It's like, I don't know whose that is, we'll just deal with it. But that later, I was like, oh, I could have totally been sending people to do some cardio of lifting this heavy nonsense to move it. But you always do something.
Yeah, that were you moving it to like that one container with a bunch of like "do not touch" signs? The house.
Yeah. The toy drive.
Yeah.
The toy drive was going there. The food drive, we had it going to staging outside of the barn.
All right.
Yeah, it was a good time. I think it was great, and I can't say it enough. Thank you, Ingwer, for doing the. I think the charity stuff is just awesome, and it's such a cool. It was such a cool kind of different side
dynamic
of the Minutemen thing. It was awesome.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Cool.
So anyway, we've been streaming for over 2.5 hours at this point. I bet phones are about to die, laptops are about to die. Let's just give some closing thoughts, and then we'll wrap up the stream.
Yeah.
I'll say, Casey, you've been the most quiet, so I'll give you the mic first. Any closing thoughts?
Not really. Just one thing. Thank you for letting me on the show. Thank you for letting me go on my tirades. And
anytime.
To anyone watching the show that's going to be going to Rev or any other future event, I think it was either Nick or Bell that said this. Don't be afraid to get out, talk to people, and get in groups. People are scary, yes, but they're not that scary.
Yeah.
Band together, make your own groups, compete.
Yeah.
If you just want to run around and have fun, that's okay too, but make some friends. These events get so much better and so much more fun when you actually have friends, and it's those moments that you're going to remember, not just running around getting shot 18 times and being sad because you didn't even get a chance.
Be scary together.
Yes.
I'm stepping off my soapbox. Thank you.
Awesome.
All right. Bell, as a faction leader, do you have any closing thoughts?
Yeah, I think I said it earlier. I'm not going to be doing quite so much quest givey stuff this year. I have not really experienced going solo at this event, so I'll be running. I mean, I'm a very approachable person. I know all these faces. I'm still going to be chilling out and vibing with everybody. I'm excited to see everybody, and yeah, just build off of what Casey said. If you have an idea, do it with your buddies. It's like it is such a good place to just try out different ideas and group mantras and crazy outfits. I'll say just wear the outfit for like an afternoon, do some stress tests because just fine. Yeah, Casey, you get it. Things don't feel right after 2 days. You'll find the spots that don't feel good. And Frank, thank you for having me on this. I don't have it yet, but I'm planning on doing some kind of YouTube thing about events like this, hoping to get to more because it's really special. It's great, and yeah, thank you to all the role players who do such a solid job at these events and make it what it is. And yeehaw.
Yeehaw.
Again, let me know when you get your socials up.
For sure.
All right.
Sure. I'm writing some scripts.
Ingwer, as a role player, any closing thoughts?
Like the other guys have said, thanks for bringing me on, letting me say my piece and speak my mind. Closing remarks, just remember FC, we're doing a wildlife rescue foundation through the West Strong. They provided a list of items that they're looking for. You can find that list on the Ballahack website or the Ballahack Facebook page and in the Ballahack Discord page under the Revelations tab.
Sweet.
Yeah, that definitely, you'll donate to a good cause. You'll probably get some caps, right?
You will be getting in-game currency and a raffle ticket for a separate raffle at the end of day 2.
Yeah, just remember, it's not the same raffle as all the prizes that Swamp gives out. It's a different raffle. And are you doing the custom caps again?
I'm not sure what we're doing for currency yet. Whether we're sticking with caps or moving to something else. I'm not sure.
We got a little snippet of information there. Only took 2.5 hours.
I can neither confirm nor deny.
It's Monopoly money for sure. It's Monopoly money for sure.
It's going to be Old Wild's money. That's what it's going to be.
It's real money this year. We're just going straight real money.
Willy Wonka's golden tickets.
Sater already threw out all of his Old Wild's currency, so now he's going to need it. Now he's going to hate life.
Y'all, it's number 2 pencils.
Yeah.
Nick, as a fellow content creator, any closing thoughts?
Well, like rest of these guys have said, thank you for this opportunity. Like, this was genuinely really cool. Thank you for the just letting me be on here and letting me talk for a bit, laugh with you guys. Like, it's been a lot of fun. Closing thoughts, I guess. Rev 12 was just amazing. Even though it had its quirks, but it was a lot of fun. I would, if I had like a surefire, like knowing I was able to go this year, I would absolutely go. But just kind of like to remind everyone, check me out on YouTube, Airsoft Bros on YouTube. Check out. I have an Instagram page I'll occasionally post on, official Airsoft Bros with like underscores in between each word. And yeah, we'll see you guys in whatever else I do next.
Remember this dude's face. He has victory items on him.
Yeah, all the time. Like Swamp Sniper.
Do some homework.
You're gonna make me pull out Gilly.
Yeah.
You're gonna make me pull out Gilly.
Yeah.
Gilly, man.
Fine.
And then my closing thoughts. I might as well wrap up everything. Anyway, to you guys, thank you so much for doing this. I can't do this without you. That this live stream would have been just me talking for 30 minutes and then closing up shop if it wasn't for all you guys here. So seriously, thank you all.
For sure.
As for closing thoughts, for the event, be creative. that
Yeah.
I know Swamp says in the briefing, like, let your, like, when you grow up, your inner child dies, like, be individualistic and, like, let your childish side go. Like, there's no consequences for screwing up. Well, in-game consequences for screwing up.
let your freak flag fly. Have fun.
Exactly. Like, I
It's good to have
saw a bunch of crazy stuff at Rev that I mean, hopefully I can see if I can incorporate that, but definitely express yourself. That the worst thing that's going to happen is that someone might shoot you in game
But guess what?
because they don't like the color of your shirt or something like that. But it'll definitely help you out.
Sweet.
And yeah, that's pretty much it. Again, check. You're already on my YouTube, so you found my YouTube. Check me out on Instagram at FrankDad Airsoft. It's FrankDad_Airsoft because someone took FrankDad already. And also, just a closing remark, I'd like to thank my sponsors, Jackal Tactical. For those of you who just tuned in, they're 729 Walnut Street, Lebanon, PA. They're a shop. They carry everything you need. And also at 91 Hilltop Drive, Conestoga, PA, at Ambush as well during walk-ons, paintball and airsoft walk-ons in the morning. And also Ballahack Airsoft. They're the ones that feed my gun, feed my addiction. So definitely go check them out. Their prices are extremely competitive. And yeah, I think that's a stream of the book. So again, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for the latest greatest content. And yeah, we'll be seeing you around, guys.
Cool. Thanks for everyone. Bye, everybody.
Oh wait, I can't kill the stream. It's
let us out.
No.
Oh wait, now it's me. Oh well.
Later, guys.